out
Bum,
there.
bum, 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 bum. Is that? Are we
Welcome,
live?
welcome. Yes, we are live.
Ah,
Welcome to Super Godzilla, which is the first episode we are covering this month on Tokyo Lives. So we are doing a full playthrough.
ooh.
We may even do some really fun stuff towards the end, if there is time, depending on how much I suck or do well at the game.
I believe in you. Listen, don't start by putting yourself down. Put yourself up.
This is a game that I am very, very familiar with, though. I played this game all the time when I was growing up, um, and so this one is near and dear to my heart. Rob has only seen a portion of this game, a very, very small portion, the very, very beginning of the
Extremely.
game.
I have seen up to you fighting Mecha Godzilla and getting shoulder tackled into oblivion. And then I said, I can't play this game. I don't have the mechanical wherewithal to.
Yeah.
Oh, there he
So
is.
yeah, so I'm gonna let this play again so we can actually actually see the actual intro of the game, because this is one of the games where it's just like, oh, if you let it sit for a second, it'll play the actual backstory
Oh,
for a second.
that's fun.
So yeah, so let me just gonna let this kind of just do stuff and share our going live to a couple of Facebook groups so that we
Ooh.
maybe get a bigger grouping in here. Um, Rob, how does it sound on your end? Are you on Twitch
Hold
already?
on 1 second. Let me give it a listen. Hello, the world out there. Yeah, no, it sounds good. The game audio and our audio are pretty
Pretty good.
level.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not overpowering the game, but we're also not being overpowered by the game.
Good, good, good. Perfect. That's what
So,
we want. That's what we want.
indeed.
Let's
As in
see.
the message. Not Osaka. Helpless before the monster, the self-defense agency turns its eyes to Godzilla sleeping at the bottom of the sea of Japan and its final weapon. What they thought was to control Godzilla. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Ah, this is a fun little. So they put a little microchip into his head. So is this supposed to take place after Biolante? Is that or after?
No, because Biolante gets created in this game, so
Huh. Well, did they recreate Biolante? Maybe.
maybe it doesn't fall into canon, but
We put another human soul inside of a Godzilla rose, and it went poorly again. It turns out we're really bad at this.
oh man. But yeah. So yeah, there's that control
'Cause
device.
it kind of looks like he's got the anti-Godzilla bacteria in him. Look, his like body temperature's all down.
Yeah.
You know? Oh,
Oh.
I love these little sprites.
Oh, the sprites are so good. I
Very
I
fun.
found some really easy to find sprite sheets on online.
Oh yeah,
So I'll send those your way. I kind of fiddled with that image, but it wasn't like finalized. I just wanted to see what I could do.
yeah.
Because I might want to cheat it, because there's
Ah.
the walking, like the Godzilla walking picture that might make a better silhouette.
Yeah,
So we
that's
might be able
my.
to cheat it a little bit and throw Bagan in there too.
Yeah, I do like how yours came out ultimately. My concern was that like we're taking okay, so the reason that like pixels work is because there's like color, you know? Like the
Yeah.
reason that Mario has like his red and blue or red and brown color scheme was specifically to like, so you could
Yeah.
like tell what he was. But if you just made him a red silhouette, it wouldn't be as impactful. So I was kind of worried that like we would end up with that. But honestly, with the little silhouetting you put on there, little fringe lighting,
The little
uh,
glow.
the glow, it looked good. No,
No.
Chris Chris Pratt is Godzilla.
So, I know I mentioned it to you as I was the other day, yesterday, when I was testing everything to make sure that everything was good. But like, dude, the music in this fucking game is really good. I don't know. I think you remember we talked about it on the podcast. There was that news item from, I think it was like last year, where they released a new CD release of the soundtrack from
Oh,
the
yeah?
game.
That I
Yeah,
don't recall.
yeah, and I really want it because I mean, let me see if I can find.
Do we know, speaking of music that's being released, so there's the Godzilla, vinyl, the one that you just ordered with the amazing cover art with, like, his spines replaced by,
Buildings.
buildings.
Yeah,
Do we know what kind of music is on that? Is it just like a
it's
smorgasbord?
the Return of Godzilla soundtrack, so G84.
Oh, so
Yeah.
I thought okay, I thought it was like the return of Godzilla's music, not
Oh, no, no,
specific.
no, no.
Okay,
It's specifically 84's
that
yeah, soundtrack, which is
okay.
pretty. It's not my favorite Godzilla soundtrack, but I just couldn't
I was
help it.
gonna
Like
say
that
the
vinyl
cover art.
is
Oh boy.
so good.
Yeah,
um,
Cameron is a bit absentee at the
he's
moment. He may
missing.
join us later, but he is currently MIA.
Trying to find
So
my
we'll let you know if he updates us via text message at any point during the episode or recording. Oh man, I'm so used to
the streaming.
the stream. Yeah.
But yeah, this music is.
Oh
It's
yeah.
so
Wait, I could
iconic to
just.
me.
Ooh yeah. Hmm. Yes.
That very good Super Nintendo music. Uh oh, was that
I do
Cameron?
love that. That's very very fun.
Nope. Okay, that was me. Oop. Yeah. Rob, entertain the troops for just a second.
Sure.
I need to go check on a package, so I'll be right back. Hold on.
Okay.
I also need to close Facebook so it doesn't send messages through.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I so okay. Okay. Let me give you guys a little bit of history with my experience with the console generation, the console wars. Um, I started out exclusively for like the first solid like 3 years of my video game experience. My gaming lineage was just playing on one of those ancient like Mac gray boxes. So the only games that were on it were like a haunted house air hockey game and that little cannonball game where you can like change the angle and amount of gunpowder there is in the cannon. Uh, and it wasn't until after randomly one day at a garage sale down my street, and this, by the way, when I came across this, like we were deep into the Super Nintendo or yeah, the SNES generation. I finally found an NES available. So I was consistently a whole generation behind up until the PlayStation 4. I was always a generation behind when it came to or no, PlayStation 3. PlayStation 3 I finally caught up, but up until then I was significantly behind all of my friends when it came to tech. And would only get like the newest console after, we were getting ready to switch over to the new like another newest console. Which is why I still have my Nintendo 64 and my ancient Sega Dreamcast that still works, and I love it to this day. Um, that being said, I totally missed the SNES. I never had one. My best friend growing up down the street, Brad, had one, and I remember going over and playing a lot of games over there, but they were all like beat 'em ups or like racing games or a lot of like like early basketball game kind of things. So I very few like SNES games ever really passed through like my nostalgia filter. And by the time I met Nick, who became my gaming bro, I was already like we were thoroughly into the Nintendo 64 generation. So I totally missed like the entirety of the SNES consoles. Which, I mean, it looks neat. I think Kyle right now is playing this with this like SNES Classic, the little tiny the mini bad boy they put out a little while ago. So it's very cool that he was able to get Super Godzilla onto that. So through very normal means. I guess we'll edit that out. But yeah, let's see what's up. What's good? I've spent this week really faffing about at work. I like Godzilla too. Uh, and I am on what I can only call a tentative beginnings of like looking at excised careers outside of just being an analyst forever. Um, so uh, here I am, a 33-year-old post COVID, changing his entire career trajectory. Like literally all of us. It's so wild to hear. I talked to my manager about it recently. I was like, listen, after all this, after everything that's happened in the last, like, 4 months, after, like, not only that, but the last year, I kind of want to just, like, do something very different. Um, and she was like, yeah, most of the other people in your department also are trying to do that. And I was like, oh, okay. Um, so it's been a very interesting time at my department and at my team
Oh,
specifically.
all right, I'm
Hello.
back. Hey, so I messaged what Cameron got me into, or not Cameron, what Coleman got me for my birthday, and
Oh, yo.
dude, it's pristine condition. Like I'm not gonna take it from the sleeve. Just
That's amazing.
gonna fucking like frame it or something. For those in the chat who are interested, I got Coleman got me the Godzilla issue of Marvel's Avenger or the Marvel Godzilla, where it's him versus the Avengers, and it's like perfect condition.
Yeah,
Oh
I
man, oh so
that's
good.
really cool.
That's fucking
I
good.
have I have not read this comic, by the way.
I know, cause you weren't on the episode
I
with
wasn't on the episode
me and
still.
Cameron.
I was like started to check it out, and I was like, "This is cool. This is fun. This is such a big change." And then listening to the episode, I was like, "I have got to check this out."
You on
um,
your Cameron was in the
yeah,
chat.
I see that he saw. Uh,
The
he
picture.
loves your comic. um,
So that might mean he's on his way.
yeah,
So I'm gonna let's give him a couple more minutes.
yeah.
I
Uh,
overestimated the length of this game. I think I was like, oh, it'll take me like 3 hours, 3 4 hours to beat. And I looked at like playthroughs on YouTube, and everybody was like an hour and a half, hour and 40, and I'm like, is that how fast I beat this game? That sounds right for some reason. So we'll see what happens. I do have some surprises in store if I am blasting through it. Some really cool stuff that some people may not know about this game. To show off. Oh Jesus, Windows
secrets.
Defender. What the fuck?
I have
Scan
more
complete.
updates for you. Would you like an update? Pardon me, what if I interjected in the middle of your whole thing
Hi,
and just
kitty.
reminded you that I am keeping you safe from at least a handful of viruses? I feel like computer viruses are a lot less of an annoyance than they were like a
Yeah.
decade ago. Is that just me? And maybe I'm not paying attention to them and my computer's rife with viruses. I don't know.
Cameron said, "Hold on," so that to me says he is on his way,
Yeah. That's
which is fine. The only person in the chat right now is Cool Man.
and
So,
Joe's in
oh,
our stream.
oh, is he? Okay, okay. Well,
Maybe go back to school. I don't think I'm going to go back to school cuz I hate school.
Dude,
And
okay.
I'm
Well, okay, you have a different experience than me, but like I will say going back to school is kind of complicated sometimes. Like I
yeah,
was going to go back to school. Like legitimately that was my plan. And
yeah.
then I found out that Full Sail, which is an accredited university, is not accredited like United States wide. It's only accredited in Florida, which I didn't
Oh
even know was a
God.
thing. So when I tried to go to UNM, they were like, "Oh, did you ever take the SAT?" I was like, "Yes, I did," and I remembered I scored decently, so I'm like, "Okay, I'm not going to retake it." So I was like, "Okay, I'll
Yeah.
find that," and I was able to get the SAT score sent over. But then they were like, "Can you get your high school transcript?" And I was like, "Uh, I graduated in 2007."
Bro, that was
Uh,
a shockingly long time ago. I don't mean to question.
So
I just like, yeah.
I tried to get my high school to do it, and they never got back to me. And it was right in the middle of the pandemic, so like I'm sure like it was difficult to like get a hold of them. But like still, I mean, it's my high school transcript from 2007. I don't even know like where they have to go to get those records. You know?
Seriously, yeah, if they even have that still. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I'm sure it's on some like half-rotted microfiche at this point.
On a zip disk.
Yeah.
That'll
Gosh.
date me a little bit there.
Yeah, I mean, for me it was just kind of like, what do I want to get into? And I was like, well, I'm really loving audio engineering. I'm really loving like doing kind of like some of the producer stuff for, yeah, at least for, Signals episodes and helping out with like the Lives episodes from time to time.
Mhm.
It's just really fun. And I was like, I've been doing this for 5 years. What if I tried to get into like a baby industry, an industry that is just now forming? And there really is like a whole podcast industry out there. And so I started doing research on it, and I was looking at what they expect, what they want, and like every role I can find, I'm like, we do all of that.
Yeah.
So I was like, so now I'm starting to kind of like reach out to companies about like, their podcast roles, whether it be producer, host stuff, or anything like that, editor roles. And I don't know, I'm just kind of excited about switching over to something, because that's the thing. I will never sit down in a class on like how to be a better analyst. I don't
Mhm.
think. I mean, I have instinctual like I have like skills at being an analyst, but it's like it's it's like ingrown, like kind of like it's like, oh, if you're dyslexic, you're better like finding patterns and things, but you're bad at writing,
Mhm.
because it's just like, yeah, I mean, like your brain tries to make the words a straight line, right? And that's why everything gets really wonky when you're like looking at the letters, because the shape of the letters gets like,
Mhm.
there's no pattern here. How am I supposed to read this kind of
Mhm.
thing? I guess is like the easiest way to describe it.
Yeah.
Um, but that has made me really good at like lining up data, making points of information, make a story, and also being typically a storyteller has assisted me in that greatly. Um, but I've never found myself being like, all right, cool, I'm going to sit down and learn a new like analyst tool outside of something that I have to do for work.
Right.
All right, I'm going to go learn how to use this subsystem so that I can, or I'm going to practice this. Whereas like I've definitely done research outside of Tokyo Lives. I've done, I've studied how to like edit audio better. I've studied how to utilize like, our Audacity settings better. I've learned how to like practice with this.
Mhm.
I've
Yeah.
tried like blending audio a little bit better. I've tried like finding ways to, publish us on different branches, or like make fun header images, or
Mhm.
writing, script copy, and like breaking down like episode content, that kind of stuff. And, reaching out to like guest hosts, all these things. And I was like, this is fun. And like practicing it is fun, and learning how to do it better is fun. And like, I think that's really what I want to do, is like find the things that are fun to grow in,
Yeah.
you know? I've spent a very long time simply existing in ways that make me money, but
Mhm.
now I'd like to make money in something that excites me.
That excites you, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like,
No, I get
I
that,
mean,
man. I mean,
there's
yeah, I
there's
mean,
obviously a side of me that's like, "Oh, I'd love to be a writer," but it's like,
I mean,
like
my current job, like is so different from everything I've ever done. Um, and I mean, excites me is probably not the right word, but it is really interesting to be doing something that I've never done before. Um, and like,
yeah.
it makes a difference. I mean, especially for me, like having to watch Garrus during the day. It makes a big difference of being able to just like go into the computer room for a couple hours a day and do what I need to do, and then let him watch TV while I'm doing it, versus working a normal traditional job and then having to figure out like babysitter and all sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Um, so it's making a world of difference. And then like also, I haven't told you about this yet because I kind of just found out about it, but my projectionist job might be coming back in a different way.
Hey,
So like I might
okay.
have two jobs just because I mean, you got to pay the bills.
I mean, money, yeah.
um, but it's interesting because they'll be so different from another, but they're not going to really conflict with each other either.
Yeah. Well, one's
So
like, spend, like you said, like an hour or 2 a day around lunchtime or whatever.
mhm.
Um, and then one's at night, so you've got I mean, that's kinda how my parents had to raise me, my dad started working, night shifts and would be with me during the day. My mom would take day shifts and stay with me at night, especially when I was real little. Once I got a little bit older and they were, a bit more financially stable, they were able to kinda, like, be like, "Okay, we're gonna do a babysitter," or, frankly, in my dad's case, set me down in front of, like, a TV with a VCR, you know? Um, but, uh but yeah, man, like, being able to have flexibility in creative or, like, in work, having creative, like, flexibility in how you make money is, like, one of the most important things to me right now.
Mhm.
Because for a very long time, I was like, when I got out of college, I got a fancy big boy job at, like, this company called the Advisory Board. And you and I stopped hanging out until like basically right before or right after I got fired from that nightmare job. And the reason is that like I essentially put my whole self into like I am an
Mhm.
employee at this company and my identity is that I am a good worker.
Yeah.
My identity is my paycheck and the food I can buy and the clothes I can buy and like all of that, right?
Mhm.
I stopped writing. I stopped doing creative stuff up until, like the Taylors brought me on to start doing, acting and stuff, for Bite Your Tongue.
Mhm.
And then like I started doing a little bit of writing and it was like I started to remember like, oh, wait, I love this.
I can
I
actually enjoy my stuff.
Yeah, like, I love writing, I love creating, I love, like, building something new with my brain, you
Mhm.
know?
Yeah.
And then the company started to go under, and they moved me around, and, like, it started getting super stressful, and then I dropped out of the bite your tongue stuff because that was also stressful. Um, and then it was, like, pretty much, like,
Mhm.
I'm thinking it was, like, right before I was fired or right after
Mhm.
that, like, you were like, "Hey, would you wanna come be on the host episode?" You know?
Yeah.
And it was, like, right around that time period.
Oh
Like,
yeah. Man, it was good timing. Like I mean I know losing Coleman seems like back in the day it was such a big deal. Like it was like a very traumatic, very trying to like oh shit what do I
Yeah.
do? And then like it was just so nice that I asked you and Cameron and you both were like yes, like you both were like in a position to both say yes, and so like it was just like it was, I mean, 100%. Coleman and I, we could have kept going for a while, I'm sure, but the podcast would not be anything like it is now without like you guys, without all three of you guys, Marissa
Yeah.
included, doing what you did because I think it just made a world of difference from those first few episodes with Coleman, I think. And I mean, he acknowledged it when he came on, like he was like, you guys changed this into something completely like.
I'm glad I haven't offended him with other than the one time I made a Galgameth header image that I loved too much.
He's like, "Where's the branding?" Oh man. Spoilers, Coleman. If you do end up watching this backlogged, the image for this will also probably be different than what you're used to.
It's
Um,
Listen, but we promise it's all for the greater good.
it is for the greater good. Okay, so I don't know where Cameron is. I think he is on his way, but I kind
Yeah.
of want to go ahead and get started. So,
Yeah.
Rob, what I would
Yes.
like you to do is this game
Mhm.
does have a lot of characters reading or text, and I would
Okay.
like you to do your readings for all these
I
characters, please.
I would be like 1 to 5 seconds behind.
Exactly. No, I'll let you
Just
catch
just
up, get
a
to the
heads up.
text, and then I'll go through. I'll hit A whenever you're done reading it.
Okay,
So
I will.
I want some good quality text reading from you.
Sounds good. I can
And
do
then
that.
when Cameron comes on, you guys can split it between the characters of which characters you want to talk about. Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. So here we go, everybody. Start
All right.
Super Godzilla. Oh wait, oh shit!
Uh,
Right when I said that, it went to the cutscene. Oh yes, for all those who weren't here when the cutscene plays, essentially, mysterious message gets sent to Japan. King Ghidorah shows up, starts attacking Osaka. The scientists go, "Oh, what if we controlled Godzilla to fight off King Ghidorah?" And they go and put a big control device in his brain, and that's where the game
They
starts.
they
So.
drill a hole into his skull cavity and put a little tiny robot in there so that some guy can pilot Godzilla. Dang, Godzilla has it rough in this already. Starting off, Godzilla, stand by, okay? We are bringing him onto land at Osaka.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
there it is. The rest is all up to you. Use your best technique to. Like I told
The
you,
lag is real.
control Godzilla. Oh no. Various enemies are lurking in the city. Move carefully. Various enemies are there. If you move Godzilla crashing through buildings, it injures Godzilla, maybe?
Uh-huh. Him.
Oh.
The text is so bad and off.
That's why we have prepared these points of energy resupply and other points in the city.
Maybe I
Okay.
gotta get the timing of the text. I gotta hit it before you finish reading it, so the next part will pop up when you finish.
Collect these items and head for the monster. Good luck. Good luck.
Good luck.
I was trying to do a good. I don't have an echo though. I can't. There's no echo
Okay.
effect. This is the layout of the battle
So,
zone.
as you can see there, do you see the 2 pink dots?
Yes.
Something I told Rob before we started. So this first level, to kind of start the pattern of a lot of the other levels in the game, actually has 2 different versions of fighting King Ghidorah, which I will try and replicate once we finish the game, and I'll just like restart over and see if I can get him in the right spot. But so essentially, he can spawn in one of 2 places, and that makes the final battle and the animation going into the final battle a little different. So there's a lot of little things like that that actually really stand out to me as far as this game is concerned, because it makes it feel less like it lets there be a little bit of replayability.
Yeah.
And there's a
It's
couple
not-
of big ones at the end that are very
Okay.
like changes the game if you do it one way or another. So
I'm wondering if they kind of like put this one in the very, very beginning to be like, hey, this is a thing that can happen. And then like, or maybe they were like developing the game straight, got towards the end and realized like, oh, we could do something fun here. And then went back and
yeah,
made the branching path in this first one. Kind of tease.
yeah, to give you the hint that sometimes things will go differently. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. All right, so this is the layout
think-
of the battle zone. Let's go.
Let's go. I love the is that your health bar? The blue little curly Q?
Yes, that is my health bar.
Sure. Your G and A.
My G energy. Oh, okay. Looks like he's up at 2B this time.
Oh, hup.
So the gameplay when you're just walking around is pretty boring.
It's
That's my
it's
one.
pretty, but I wish there was like stuff happening outside of you just like wait, the army still attacks you even though you're being piloted by a human?
So it's supposed to be that like in the manual they talk about it where it's like the military like got the memo, but they're like, no, Godzilla's the real enemy, and so they're just like,
Amazing.
so they're just like, oh, we're still gonna attack Godzilla. Like, all right, all right. So, as you see on the map, there are these yellow things, which are usually items. Sometimes they do stuff like slowing down the time, or they can give Godzilla temporary invincibility, so on and so forth.
We are giving Godzilla energy. He just walks up to it.
And then, as you can see, there's these striped buildings on the map, which I cannot pass through. And then there are the normal buildings, which you crash through. And as it said at the beginning of the game, if you crash through them, it will damage you. So you want to try and avoid them as much as possible, but that always doesn't happen. And then these little things that I've gotten, and I know I'm just like zooming through those texts, but it literally is just telling you like, oh, this one gives you invincibility.
That one gives you fighting spirit. I love that. I love that. Godzilla, make the people happy, destroy the financial district is very funny.
Now moving around Osaka Castle.
Ooh, there he goes. Get him. Get him. I see him. I see him running away, that coward. Beat him up. Yeah. Whoa. Oh, it loads in like a... That's strange. King Ghidorah should be at this point. Ah! I lag. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine.
Oh, there he is. Okay, listen, Godzilla, they're enemy monsters. Okay, listen. I love this guy. Godzilla and the enemy monsters both have vigorous fighting spirit. I love it. That's amazing.
Oh, man. Stronger it is, the more enemy attacks. Okay, so essentially, he's just giving you the tutorial. So I'm going to skip through this. Essentially, what he's telling you that, and you'll see it in a split second when I get to the battle. The way that the battles work in this game is there's a fighting spirit meter, which kind of bounces back and forth the further you get to the right, and if you back up, your fighting spirit will go down. So you have to go up to the enemy, punch him in the face, and then you get to use your special moves.
Okay.
But it's not as simple as that sometimes, because sometimes some of the monsters have counters for some of your abilities. Ghidorah does not, so I just got to punch him in the face and kick his ass. But
I don't really like. I'm not digging how poor. This is like shy Ghidorah. His face. It's so funny. Ow! Dang it!
So for Godzilla, you have 4 abilities: Tail Whip, Body Slam, Normal Fire, and Super Fire. And then also a random, as you can see. Question mark.
Tail. That's so fun.
But, like I said, some of the monsters have counters for some of these abilities. So sometimes it can get a little complicated because it'll pop up saying, like, oh, body blow, body blow, body blow. But you know that the monster will counter you.
Into that?
Yeah, will counter you and do a shit ton of damage if you use it.
So you want to punch again afterwards to like
yeah, you've got to like
your power.
Yeah, you got to figure it out. Sometimes you've actually got to like get hit, like actually take the normal hit, because if you don't, like then you're gonna get dealt a lot more damage. It's ridiculous. You'll see it happen with Mechagodzilla when I get to the next level.
Yes,
Because he is a cheap bastard.
I have strong memories. Hey! I like how happy this Ghidorah looks ultimately.
Yeah, he's pretty happy.
It's not as good as Godzilla smacking his lips before he does his
fire
big
breath.
beam.
It's very good.
Oh man, so my motorcycle is still waiting in the shop. It's still in line. I was like, I don't think I'll be affected by any of these, like, supply chain delays.
Oh,
like,
no.
I'm not ordering anything. I'm A-okay. And then I blew a head gasket. Which is no good. A motorcycle this young should not do that. So I did something wrong, or it was constructed wrong or something. Currently, the bike shop that I usually go to, they were like, yeah, well, there's a little bit of a wait, we're kind of understaffed right now. And I was like, oh yeah, that's fine. And they're like, well, we're also understaffed because we've got, we've got a supply issue where we're waiting for some parts to finish some other scooters, and until then we won't have any bays open. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. So it's been about 2 weeks, and my motorcycle's just languishing, watching and waiting.
There goes his head.
Yeah. Oh. Pops right off. I love that. Oh, look how happy Godzilla is about it. This old grandma Godzilla with a robot drilled into his little brain. Did they ever go into his second brain that's in his tail?
Not in this game, no.
It would be funny if, Godzilla's fighting our control inputs. No, it's his second brain.
Hey there, how's it going?
Hello.
All right, Rob, ready?
What's that? UFO? I love the energy there. It's very good. They're bringing King Ghidorah along. That could that mean? Wait, could that mean that? Ellipses. You controlled Godzilla to fight against King Ghidorah. You Earthlings are tougher than we thought. Zillions, they're back. You are the ones who used King Ghidorah to destroy the city. Our battle to conquer Earth has just begun. Our first targets are Japan and Godzilla. Send one monster after another, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Another at him. Watch this. Oh gosh, I can't do the alien voice as well as I used to. How are the aliens? Oh wait, sorry. We can't let down our guard. We can't let down our guard. We never know when or where the aliens will strike. I'm guessing.
Close, yeah.
Dang it. The enemy will appear. I was really close. I'll study the remaining King Ghidorah head. Maybe I can find something of use, like 13 herbs and spices. Meanwhile, at another place, a message just came from the self-defense forces. We're gonna keep shooting at you. The enemy has attacked the base at the foot of Mount Fuji. If that base is wiped out, the damage to us will be immeasurable. Send Godzilla right over there. I love the special defense forces are like, listen, we will shoot you, but please send Godzilla to help me. The monster attacking is Godzilla. Godzilla? That's impossible. We don't have Godzilla here. In any case, don't we? The monster is in Area 1B. Rush over there, will you? Oh boy.
I love the music in this level.
Oh, I have to have it muted, otherwise I just hear myself echoing. Ho, 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 ho. Ah, landmine. Oh, it's one of the little phase inverters from Oh, never mind. Somehow the enemy doesn't seem to be just monsters. Attack it with fire breath attack. Oh no, it's a little monster. A monster buddy. Blah. Oh, nice. Got him.
Got him.
Okay, so this is all starting to come back to me now.
Yeah, I was going to say, this level you should remember.
I remember. I'm getting G-Fest flashbacks. I'm starting to remember. It's all coming back. Ha! Uh-oh. The enemy monsters are in this area. Blast them. They're like, please help us.
Please help us.
Oh God, it's Godzilla. The idea behind the narrative that's being played out here is very good. The counter will be stopped for a bit.
Yep. Stop the time.
Are those supposed to be the energy mines from
Biolante.
Biolante? There we go. Gosh. Or maybe that's just like, oh no, it must be.
They're just. I mean, it's probably a reference because this came out in 1996. So
yeah. Godzilla Anniversary got me itching for a new movie. Man, you know what really did it for me was watching the Hedorah fight. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll say this:
the suits definitely are a little showing their age a little bit.
I mean, more than that, there's a problem with how it's shot in that they tried to shoot it like
Ultraman?
an episode of Ultraman. Yeah.
Because it's the dude, right? It's the guy who did Z,
was
right?
it? Yeah, I was gonna say it felt like an episode of Z, but the Godzilla suits are not designed to fight like Z fights.
No.
You know, even Final Wars Goji, who is the most Z fighter of them. You know.
Yeah.
I still loved it though. I loved the transition from like Showa to Final Wars noises, because like it starts with like you just hear like these like classic Showa roars and Showa
And music,
Hedorah
too.
sounds. Yeah. And then as soon as the fight's about to start, it feels like it kicks into Final Wars gear.
Mm-hmm. No, and the music. Yeah, the music completely switches to the Final Wars music too. Ow.
Yeah.
Asshole.
I
Get up
loved
here.
that.
Get out of
I
the
thought
tree
that was
line,
really-
you son of a bitch.
No, I'm hiding like either like I'm hiding like the stock footage of Gigan. Nice, got him.
So yeah, so for the mechanic for this is once you destroy the mothership that I just destroyed, the little UFOs
Yeah.
stop showing up.
Okay.
Yeah, he's about to tell me, but oh no, he doesn't. He's just like, oh, Mechagodzilla can't warp anymore.
Well, that's nice. Wait. Spoilers.
Ow.
Oh no. So my friend is a coach for 8th grade basketball, and one of his students didn't make the cut, and now like they're calling out all the stops. They're having their mom and stepdad call in and like raising a huge stink. It's like it's just chill. It's just a
It's a
goofy sport
softball.
that we're all
Yeah.
like. It's literally middle. It's like they're like it's an 8th grade basketball team in like the middle of like North Texas. I guarantee you, no one from here has ever like become like a famous star because they were so good in like middle school basketball. Thanks for voicing the music because I can't hear it. I don't know what music is playing.
I'll give you a hint. It's the Godzilla theme.
Hold on, I'm gonna jump in. Let me listen. Oh yeah, that's good.
It's good stuff, man. I'm telling you,
Ooh.
the music in this game is just.
Ah. It just really speaks to like that era of like SNES like chiptune music.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Oh, it's so good.
What there? Whoa, this is getting out of hand. Now there's 2 of them. Sorry. A battle between Godzilla and Godzilla?
Ah.
Got him. Uh-oh.
Ah.
I remember this was it. I
Get back
remember
here.
now. He does his
Son of a
shoulder
bitch.
tackle. I remember now his shoulder tackle thing. Yeah. Okay. It's all coming back.
So close.
He's like, nope. 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 Some sticky
There he goes.
shit.
Jesus. Okay, so Tokyo Tidbit. In Japan, this is actually Super Mechagodzilla. So it's Mechagodzilla 2 from the Heisei. But
Yeah.
in America, that movie had not come out yet. So they changed the sprite and all the animations for it to be Showa Mechagodzilla for the American release.
That's super cute. I like that. I mean, I feel bad for those poor directors. That could have been just like a fun thing. It's not like, surely there was like, images on like out of Super Godzilla or Super Mecha Godzilla, right?
Yeah.
Weak fire breath attacks will just bounce back at you because of his vibranium shielding or something.
Do you remember in the original Mechagodzilla when he spins his head really, really fast and makes the barrier?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. This is it. This is your moment.
This is
Wow,
this is the shit. This is
now I remember.
Ah!
It's all starting to come back to me.
Damn it.
Can't block him. Yeah, I got him. Oh boy. He's got you on the ropes. He's getting you.
This fucking Mechagodzilla fight is the worst fight. in the
Ow.
entire game. Ow, ow, ow.
Ooh boy.
I have a full heal, which I'm going to use.
Okay. Oh gosh. Ooh boy, he's getting you. I love your little guard. His little tiny, bring up his forearm a little bit, just like.
So with Mechagodzilla, the best thing to do
Oh.
with him is to literally just get him into a corner and just fucking do the first move that pops up. Because even though it doesn't do a lot of damage, like, unless it's your fire breath, which I'm going to probably do at least once so you can see the cool animation.
Yeah.
Because he just does that stupid shoulder tackle and just knocks you all the way back across the freaking map. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, you asshole. Such a dick. Such a dick. God damn it.
Okay, have you tried asking him if he'll just give up? Have you tried just like, listen, this fight is not for me. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Mr. Godzilla, I'm so sorry.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. That is enough, you son of a bitch.
Oh, jeez. Ooh, he's got you. Ooh, he's got you on the ropes. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Ah.
Oh
I'm
boy.
gonna have to leave the fight. Damn it.
Okay, this is it though. This is your moment. You're gonna turn this all around, Kyle. I believe in you. Okay, this is it.
He's such a cheap asshole.
This is your shot. It's now. Or
Come here.
never. I gotta live forever. Why do we get shot by missiles, masturbation, finger missiles? Oh man, I've been watching Great British Bake Off. That show is so good.
Yeah.
Oh man, watching the new season.
I've been watching Forged in Fire on Netflix.
Yeah.
As the new season got uploaded. Oh man.
I've watched a few episodes of that, and then all of like a group of my friends in the middle of the pandemic did a Halloween party, which is very irresponsible. But they all went as like the judges.
Oh yeah.
It was so good. It was such a like they all got the costumes like pitch perfect. I loved it. Okay, listen, this is it. You got him on the okay. Well, he turned the tides.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna run away for a little bit.
Apologize. Leave quickly.
Back up.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
They knew how cheap this fight was. As you can see, there's 2 full heal spots right here that you can leave the battle and come back and get.
He's chasing you.
He is.
He's coming for you. I love the little animations. I'll say that like typically they're not like super like
Oh, it's not a full
enticing. Oh, it's like a halfway
half
heal.
heal, but
Ooh, wow, not
shoot it
even.
twice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a 4th heal maybe. Oof. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I can't tell you how many times this battle has killed me when I was younger. Dude, it's rough, man. This battle is
it does
just
kind of make sense that this is like, you know, it is very funny because like usually the like, you know, the prevailing like narrative is that, like they make games in America easier, you know?
Yeah.
American gamers are just
I think
not
it's
very
funny
good.
because
Here.
it's like the final, or like this is the second battle in the game, and it's probably the hardest fight. I mean, it makes sense because it's Mechagodzilla, but like,
yeah,
at the same time,
I do love the take on Mechagodzilla, the very bulky tummy.
yeah,
It's very fun.
I don't know, maybe I won't be able to get my fire blast off. I wanted to show you guys what the animation is, but I might not be able to do that.
Listen, I would probably prioritize just trying to get
Just
him.
trying to kill him.
Yeah. If you happen to get it, then
Yeah.
you get it. His little face. How? I know that's a body slam, but it looks like he runs up and just chomps his shoulder.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm gonna get you.
I don't want to have to fully leave this fight, but I might have to. Might have to like back out and then go to the previous area just to get help.
Yeah, get more. Yeah.
Keep him in the corner for a second.
Just wail on him. It's just
Just
you do
wail
so
on him.
little damage. It's extremely frustrating. This is
Yeah.
the second boss in the game, and it's basically like, we don't want you to play any further than this. Listen, we appreciate that you bought this game, but this is as far as you go.
Yeah. You're just pegging away at him. Like I said, you're just like, tail whip, 10 damage.
Are you? You're whatting away at him?
Pegging away at him? That's what I said. That's right. I said it, Rob.
No, it's. I mean, you know, listen. That's why I've learned so much about Godzilla today. New canon, new lore.
All right, you bastard. You're like 2 hits away from death. Let me get my fire on you. Just do it once.
Please.
There we go.
Let me
Okay.
get burned by you.
So yeah, this is his special counter. Once
That they
again,
designed in.
yeah.
Oh, I wish they had made his head spin a little bit. That would have been fun.
Yeah. Launches this big ass missile at you and does like
Oh.
60 damage. And then the animation is different, of course, because it's a different Mechagodzilla. But in the other game, it is actually the plasma grenade from Super Mechagodzilla's belly.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it's still there. Like you still can't attack him with your fire breath because it like bounces off his diamond armor or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, you son of a bitch! He has 4 freaking health left. There he goes.
Sorry, I'm texting my friend about his frustrated basketball teen. He did it.
I did it.
He was like, yeah, like, listen, it's a shame. Like, they were really good. Like, they were really good, and like they made the A team last year, but like this year it was just like an insanely talented group, and he just wasn't aggressive enough. And I was like, he didn't want it hard enough on the court, but off the court, he'll take you to court, and that shows initiative, frankly. So I think you should put them back in. You seem to have fixed it somehow. There's a signal. Oh, hey, Mochi. From the professor. Actually, I have found a clear difference between King Ghidorah cells and those of the other monsters. The difference is... Oh no! Someone murdered the doctor. Ah, golly gee. Should I WoW react Cameron's like, hold on, I'll be there? I don't want to be mean to him, but I'm gonna do it.
Did he like respond again saying like I'll be there, or was it just the first one?
It was just the first one. I mean, I think I know what happened, unfortunately. This is serious. The professor has been captured by the Zillions, an evil alien race from a faraway planet. I'm just making stuff up now.
Close.
The enemy. Oh, what did you say? I love that. That's really good.
I love the one dude.
What did you say? The professor is being held at the aliens' Earth base near something. The professor is one of the other bases, and the others are just fake decoys. Filled with explosives. Gee willikers. Oh, what?
What's up?
Oh, someone just butt dialed me on a video chat on Facebook.
That happens. Move
like,
Godzilla carefully. Okay, so this level is okay. So as you can see from the little map, there's a giant lake in the center, which really slows down your movement, which kind of is annoying. And all those red or orange lines are power lines, which
good,
block,
tasty.
Block your way. Also, you have to figure out which of the fake bases the professor is in. So I will show you the quickest way. If you are watching this and you've wanted to play this game but you never have, this is the easiest way to figure out where the professor is at.
Showing the speedrun tactic.
And speaking of which, the professor's location is another one of those things that does change each playthrough. So it is never a consistent base. It is actually a random one of the 6 bases that are available. So I don't know. Once again, there's just like little things like that. I mean, this game is very basic. Like it's very like simple. You know, you punch, you move backwards, you fire your breath.
Yeah.
But like, I think that there's a lot of like those little tiny things, like the
Yeah.
like this level, and then the next level that we're about to get to has two different endings to the level, and then like the last part of the game has like three different endings technically. So.
Oh, hey, I think I'm gonna order the kaiju spices and the
Oh
kaiju
yeah,
sauce.
no, I was actually going to ask you about that. We should order at least 2 sets, like one for you, one for me, and then
Yeah.
figure out something to do that with, like maybe a movie that we stream or something.
We can do a movie stream. I was also thinking, because I've seen a YouTube video that was like, can you live off of like Evangelion branded products? I was like, what if I just went out and got like a bunch of different Godzilla branded things and we just did a product review on one episode?
I think we should do it kind of Hot One style a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, like I think we should do just like a YouTube video of you and me. Oh wait, oops.
I can do that.
I think it'd be pretty fun. I'm not a big like I'll probably be okay like halfway through those, but the rest of them are gonna kill me, I'm sure.
I'm gonna be real. Some of these hot sauce, like at least 3 of these are like sound too hot.
Yeah.
They sound like they would be painful for me. So I kind of I
like
mean,
the first
okay.
2 sound delicious. Like the lowest one sounds just like a really good sauce, and the one right below that or right above that sounds really good. Like
well, the Ghidorah and the Mothra one and the
which base is it?
the Godzilla Junior one sound awesome. So it's actually only 2.
Okay, I saw it. I keep hitting A too fast, but it's okay.
The Carolina Reaper, Trinidad Mogul, Scorpion, and Ghost Peppers hot sauce, and then the Trinidad Scorpion Pepper sauce.
Shit, it's that
Scorpion
one.
peppers just don't have a very good flavor.
Why does it have to be that one?
Uh-oh. Wait, how did you find it out?
Okay. There's a like here. I'll show you again because I want to know. I want to double check it too because I would prefer not to go up to that one because that one sucks to get to. Okay, so this yellow dot, it's on 2B. Is where it is on the map. The one dude actually just straight up tells you like it's at this one, but he just gives you like, a tiny little map that you have to relate to what you're seeing, and it doesn't match perfectly. It's slightly off from what is there, so you kind of have to like extrapolate it a little bit. But this is the fastest way to do it is to go up here, get this yellow dot, and then
hold on a second. I'm so sorry. Red is being returned to the house. I need to go greet him. 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll hold it on this text. Okay, so it's in the center. How many Gamera films are left to review? That is a very good question. Let's see. We've got Jiger, Virus, Super Monster, and what's the other one? Brave, I think, are the 4 that we haven't talked about. I could be missing one, but I think there's 4 that we haven't gotten to yet. I don't know if you've noticed, obviously, but we've kind of like stepped away from reviewing the movies for a bit just because we've got so few left of both Godzilla and Gamera. but we've got so much other Godzilla and Gamera media to talk about, including this game that I'm currently playing. So the plan is that for us to, kind of focus on these other things first, and then go back and start doing those other movies as we want to. We've also got so many other non-Gamera and Godzilla kaiju films, it's kind of insane, as well as books that we haven't even started looking at yet. Godzilla books as well, from the 90s. A lot of those Godzilla books we're definitely going to cover on the cast as a full episode. And then comics, we also have as well. I mean, we haven't touched a lot of the IDW stuff that came after, the solo IDW stuff, including some of the new stuff that's just come out. There's also Kong stuff that are comics that we haven't even thought about covering, but are definitely there, like Kong, Planet of the Apes, and there's a Kong versus Tarzan book, which was definitely back in the day, but also something that we for sure are going to go into at some point.
I've returned.
Oh, he's back. All right. So as you can see here, like, this is the hint it gives you. It's surrounded by electrical wires, and it's like in the center of 5 mountain ranges.
A little tiny minor image. Okay.
So I'm pretty sure it's that one up there. Nope, wait, that's not enough mountain ranges.
Uh-oh. Well, ooh.
I mean, that looks right, though. Hold on, let me, whoops, wrong way. I'm in the water. Damn it, I don't want to be in the water. It actually might be a different one. So I'm going around the lake. The going around the water is a good hint that I will give anyone that wants to play this game, especially for the next level, which I will talk about when we get there. But there is a very specific reason why you want to avoid the water. The water slows you down a lot. And there is, in the next level, there is a time limit to get something done, which I won't spoil until we get there. But if you go through the water at all in that mission, once that timer starts, you will have to deal with a boss battle that is actually pretty difficult. It's not as difficult as Mechagodzilla, but it's pretty out there difficult wise.
Huh. Okay.
But anyway, so I already answered Cool Dude about the Gamera films. I think there's 4 that we haven't covered
We got
yet.
Virus, Super Monster,
Jiger, and then Brave.
And Brave.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wow.
So, but and then we also have those. I mean, one of the cooler ones that I can't wait for us to talk about is we have the Gamera comic series that we got.
Ooh, yeah.
Part of the. Cameron is the one who has it right now, but the plan is that he'll just let you borrow it after he finishes reading it when we cover it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Gamera comic series from the 90s, as well as there's also the Matt Frank Gamera short comic that he made. So.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So there's a lot of like. I think that's what's important for people to realize is there's a lot of ancillary Godzilla and Kong and Gamera stuff that we have to cover. It just might not be one of the films. So we're definitely trying to kind of like space out the films a little bit more than we have in the past.
Yeah.
Nope, it's that one up at the top. Son of a bitch. All right, well, I'm already down here. I'll go kill the mothership real quick. But yeah, anyway, so I mean, that's definitely something that I know you, me, and Cameron have already talked about. Is like kind of not choosing the Godzilla movies right now, kind of taking a little bit of a break from that. But like, I mean, we're covering this game, which is another really good piece of Godzilla media that needs to be covered. Yeah.
There's novels and comics out there.
So many comics, so many fucking comics that we haven't even touched yet.
I mean, by kind of stepping away from like their mainline stuff, I mean, admittedly, like that's more up my alley. I like the things that people haven't already, like that there aren't already 200 reviews made. Like this month,
exactly.
Yeah,
I can't wait to cover the 90s novels because I know there's not a lot of podcast episodes from other people about that for sure. like all of the uh, yeah, like all the '90s, like the actual novelizations, and then there's the junior novelizations too, which are really
Yeah.
really fun.
Oh.
They there's one that's really really cute that like Godzilla's trying to lure the other monsters to to Monster Island essentially, but
Oh.
it's not like any of the big like monsters that we know. It's like
Yeah.
monsters that were created for it. So there's like two snake kaiju, and there's like an armadillo kaiju, and there's like and it's just like this like adorable kind of like
Awesome.
menagerie of like monsters that are just like following Godzilla around, and he's like trying to keep them in line. And it's a junior novelization, so it's like kids are also like with them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
That's fun.
it's really fun. Yeah, it's really really adorable. Okay, 2 full heals. That's perfect for my
Perfect.
battle versus the monster of this level. I'm gonna get one of these blue things while I'm down here, and then go over to the other side to get the scientist.
Yeah. From here on, this is all brand new to me.
Yeah,
So.
you haven't seen any of this because I stopped here.
Well, you know, you stopped at
Well, I stopped at the
the.
Mechagodzilla fight, but having seen me beat him now, like I think you can understand why I stopped there. I was like, all right, well, this
Yeah.
is probably going to take me another 30 minutes or so
Okay.
I'm
No.
just
No.
going to
No.
stop
No.
here.
We're good. We're good.
But anyway,
I
Godzilla
don't know
Kingdom of
about
Monsters.
doing.
We've already done Kingdom of Monsters, didn't we? Wasn't that
Yeah, I thought we
the?
did, right?
I mean, that's the really bad Godzilla comic, right?
Like, am I crazy? That's one we did, right?
What was the
Let's see.
other Gamera trilogy? I don't know
A
if we'll do it as a
versus
versus,
episode.
but we have discussed
Yeah.
going back and doing a retrospective of the
Sure.
trilogy, like as a single
Uh,
episode.
yeah,
Yeah.
where we just kind of like mainline all three of them and then kind of talk about the overarching plot. I mean, because we kind of technically did do a versus at the end of the third one, you know.
Yeah.
Except, you know, like we didn't force Cameron to pick the first movie and debate why it's better, you know. I'm
Yeah, we
like I
basically
think
did a
I'm
Gamera versus Gauss versus Guardian of the Universe one without intending to do it.
Yeah, that was
Um,
actually really fun to kind of like talk about that, and then like, I mean, you know, I
but yeah,
announced my
just
extremely strong controversial opinion of I like the show one better. That was the start of a
I don't think it's
long.
that controversial, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like back then it was. Like, I think because I was really expecting you to like the '90s one. I mean, I know you still like the '90s one. I'm not saying
Oh
that.
yeah,
I'm just saying like
but
I expected you to still like.
comparatively, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the thing that sucks about this fucking area. This is like the worst one to get because you have two choices. You can either go down and go back up through all the electrical wires and just attack like like the individual spots over and over and over again, continue to make your way up. Or you can just
Yeah.
do this and just burst through all these mountains, but once again, it takes damage, so you have to be
Yeah.
careful. But there, not only does the professor give you energy back, there's a blue spot right there that I should be able to make my way to as well. So
Yeah.
if I desperately need health. But I did get 2 full heals, so I should be okay going into this battle.
I believe in you.
But anyway, man, you know what we're doing this special little image that we kind of came up with for this one, but like I got to figure out what we're gonna do for PJKK.
Yeah, that one I have no clue what to do with
I'm not
because
sure.
the iconography is exactly the same.
It's the same,
The
yeah.
only the only thing I think you could do is take a screenshot of it and then just silhouette him and like have the gun, you know, first, third over his shoulder gun in the corner.
Okay, so here we go. Here he is. All right. Rob, don't forget to read it.
I'm on. Thanks for rescuing me. They wanted our data on Godzilla's cells.
You might want to refresh your page because you're like lagging real bad.
Oh yeah.
I know your internet sometimes does that with Twitch. That's why I bring it up.
Cells.
Okay.
Just like me, They were interested in fusing cells between monsters, especially between Godzilla and King Ghidorah. Ah, thanks to your quick rescue, I got away without their finding out the secret of Godzilla's cells.
Fucking out.
Finding out. No, my audio cut out.
Oh.
I've been noticing sometimes my audio just kind of pops in and out. I think it's like you streaming a stream of my audio, you know?
Yeah.
There seems to be energy stored here too. Let's refuel Godzilla. I love it. I love the idea of fueling Godzilla, you know?
Right.
A monster appear in Lake Onza. Get Godzilla there! It's Biollante. They use Godzilla cells to secretly raise him underwater. Excuse me, her underwater. Biollante
Use the correct pronoun.
Biollante is on the north side of the lake
Ow.
at A3.
Ow.
Ooh, ow,
It's gonna hurt.
ow,
It's gonna hurt.
Uh-oh. Ooh,
Ow,
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 ow, ow, ow, ow.
You walk right past it, and you go. Well, at least we got to see the animation. That's
There you go. Positives, right? Positives. Alright, let me get this health real quick before going to Biollante.
Stomping on through, having myself a good time.
Movies that have special reports, full episodes. I mean, we've already kind of started to do that a little bit with our revisited episodes. That's kind of what the point of those ones are, is that, like, you know,
Yeah.
some of the movies that we covered, like, you know, we'll do one for Kong Skull Island eventually as well. Like, you know, go back and look at them now. But, like, yeah, I mean, some of them I don't think we'll ever do another episode, because I feel like I've been re-listening to a lot of our old episodes, and I think there's some of them that I think that we covered everything we need to cover on it. Like, as good as Rampage was, I don't think there's a need to revisit it, unless Rampage 2 gets announced, like, or something, you know?
We broke down Rampage pretty, like, we dissected it.
Yeah.
And I think that's, you know, like, that's one of those ones where we were so, or at least I was so, like, pumped about it that I was like, I have to be able to explain exactly what it is that I like about this movie.
Biollante. Really?
Uh-oh.
Really, Biollante? Really?
No, I'm getting out of here.
Get back here, you bitch.
No. I'm going over here. I love you chasing Biollante down. Get back here, you son of a bitch. Oh. Yeah. Wow, look at that. Oh, man, they got the proportion right, too.
They did.
No rose form. Yeah, they kind of skip right in. Biollante's acid sap attack is we should fight defensively. Also, there is a danger of body horror. Strikes just bouncing back against us. Be careful.
Yeah, so Biollante has a counterattack of the body blow. So if you body blow Biollante, she just fucking punches the shit, or like bashes into you, and it's like awful. It does a lot of damage.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Oh, and you gotta punch the little boys back into it before you can punch her. And then, oh, that's fun.
And she goes in water.
Alright,
so she
shit.
Go? She's not as cheap as Mechagodzilla, but dear God, does she do a lot of damage with her attack.
Yeah. Wow. I do love this sprite work though. Oh, that's so cool.
But of course, just like Biollante in the movie, fire breath is very effective.
Oh.
It does like double the damage that it normally does. Ah, fuck.
Nice. Oh, so I've been watching a playthrough of Psychonauts 2. Man, the animation on that game is so good.
Is it? Yeah.
I
never. Psychonauts 1 is like one of my like. Oh shit! I shouldn't have done that. Godzilla, don't do it. Okay. I was worried he was gonna body blow. Psychonauts 1 is one of my like gaming like holes that I've never actually beat it. Or I mean, I've played it, but I never beat it. And then yeah, I know 2 came out and everybody was like, "Oh my god, it's just as good as the original." And I'm like, "Well, I never beat the first one, so."
Yeah, I mean, it does a pretty good job of recapping the first game because I also didn't beat the first one. I remember liking the feel of it. There was just something very like childlike wonder about the game. That's one thing I think Tim Schafer can really capture is, or Double Fine really captures well.
Yeah.
Is like childlike wonder between like the Psychonauts series and like the Costume Quest, which it's a shame they never made a third
Costume
one of
Quest
that.
was good. Yeah.
Very fun, very simple game, but like very fun. How come being a Godzilla clone, she's weak to atomic breath? Yeah, she's a plant.
Cause she a plant.
She's a grass type, and he's using a fire type move against her.
She may be dragon type, but she is still a plant type.
Plant dragon.
Ah, fuck.
And the dragon type doesn't provide any immunity to fire. So there you go. That's your answer.
Ow, 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 ow.
I love it. It's so gross. I think my favorite part is that they kind of chomp a little bit before they do their special move.
Yeah.
So
I really like the animation work of Godzilla like quivering his lip before he uses his fire. Always like impressed me when I was a kid. I was like, that's really fucking cool. Because think about it, like technically up until that point, all we had was like like very few like Godzilla like animatronics back in the day had the animatronics ability to do that. I mean, Biollante is probably the first with the real good quivering lip like that. But like even then, like like it's still very cool to see. See something like that. The animation quality is very good. I mean, the sprite work in this game as a whole is just very good.
Yeah.
I will definitely send you the link to that site that I found because it has the sprites for all of them. I know we're only going to use Bag End, but it's cool to see like all the Biollante sprites and the Ghidorah sprites and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I do really like Ultraman, especially after jumping onto that Ultra 7 episode of the Saved by the Belial cast and watching a lot of Ultra 7. I think we need to find the right format for it because I don't think that I don't think we could do it the same way that Cameron did Jumbo Robo or whatever.
No, for sure. It's hard.
Like so many classic episodes, it'd be hard to be like, okay, well, we're just going to cover, on a 3-hour episode, we're going to cover the whole.
Well, it's especially hard with Ultraman because there's definitely this like the first the first few series like are definitely Signals episodes, I think, because they're one-offs. There's not
very
a lot. There's no
episodic.
Connection stuff. It's very much just very Ultra Q. It's going to be that same kind of feeling for the episodes, I think. But then you have stuff like Geed and some of the later ones that definitely are narrative-based, and we're gonna have to figure maybe splitting it into 2 and like talking about the most important narrative arcs or
just
something.
Like a Geed month. A Zed month.
Because Geed is God, it's so good.
Yeah, and maybe instead of doing like a Signals episode, just break it down into like, okay, we're going to do 3 episodes on this show. We're going to break it into like, 10 episodes each per episode or something. But like, that's something where we need to like sit down and play with like the format and then like see how we want to do, that. Get her.
She went underwater again. Ah, damn it! So close.
Oh, man. It's especially gross with how veiny they make this one look.
It's okay. I've got her handled. Biollante, she's not. Once again, the most difficult thing about her is that her only attack is the sap attack, and it does so much damage.
Yeah.
it does literally like I think 100 damage each time she does it. So like it's like you only have 6 times of getting hit uh, before like you have to leave. Which I'm out of my full heals, so this is my like last chance to. Oh god,
Oh,
body blows.
body blow, body blow.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep, I need to leave. I gotta leave the battle.
We gotta get out of here. The dawning awareness. Oh wow, jeez Louise.
What?
Oh, just how much health you lost in that hit.
What oh, she caught up to me. God damn it!
Gonna get ya.
You bitch.
I guess I was like, please. I'm sorry.
Please let me leave.
I don't want to do this anymore.
I mean, she only has like 3 hits left on her, but like, yeah, I need health. Oh no,
You
no, no, no,
have
no, no, no,
maybe
she's going the
2
same way as
hits.
me.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay, okay.
Just chasing you.
Like, I'll chase you to the ends of the earth, Godzilla.
I'm gonna get you. Coming for you, Dad. What?
Hey Rob, can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Can you message to Cameron
Yes.
that, like, obviously, you know, he's busy, he's not going to make it to the stream. Just, can you just, like, try and find a way to word that he needs to watch it tomorrow?
Sure.
And then we can record Sunday morning.
Yeah, I'll just shoot him a message.
Like, I mean, if he still is able to show up for, like, the end of the stream, I'm not telling him no. But, like, you know, it just seems like he's not going to be able to make it, so. And she's doing this. Super blame.
And you wanted to do Sunday night, so we're going to move it to, yeah?
Sunday morning. I mean, we could do Sunday night if that works better for you guys. I can record whenever because Marissa can watch Garrus because it's the weekend. So
Sunday afternoon or night might work better for me just because I've got company coming in Saturday.
Yeah,
around like noonish.
that's fine. Yeah, I mean, just say Sunday night is fine. I mean, like I said, I don't have anything going on this weekend. I just you know, we were doing early morning recordings for a while there.
It's a classic, yeah.
So,
Oh gosh.
come on, Biolante. What?
Dinner's fighting.
Come on. Ah, damn it. She did her thing.
Dang it. No.
Nope. Ah. You bitch, you're almost dead. So close.
Alright, I think I wrote a very nice message. I'll let you know if he gets back.
Ow. Damn it. Really, Violente? Really? Now you pull this shit?
Yeah, I'm gonna get you now. 68 health. That was fun.
So
Almost.
close. So close.
So close. Could have gotten a really good screenshot out of that.
I would do the body blow for this one, but it's not actually that cool of an animation. She just kind of... You slam into her, and then she slams into you. It's just a counter, yeah.
Dang it. Oh. Nice dodge.
No.
Ah.
Oh, you bitch. Come on.
No.
Ah! This battle I always used to die on as a kid. Like, Mechagodzilla used to kick my ass a lot, But like, if you die on Mechagodzilla and then you come to this fight and you die, like you're so screwed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there she
Oh
goes.
man.
Got her.
Yes. Nice. Oh yeah, I even refreshed and she just now faded to yellow. So I'm a solid like second behind, maybe
Yeah.
second and a half.
That's okay.
Yeah, way to go, Godzilla. I feel so bad for this brainwashed Godzilla because it's just like that vacant look in its eyes. I need to say, we've been going for a while, and I have yet to mention how I meant to tell you before I was captured, but it's about King Ghidorah's cells, isn't it? Right. I found that King Ghidorah's cells can store huge amounts of energy.
Aha! You got it!
Yeah! I was working on fusing Godzilla cells and King Ghidorah's cells to make them love each other. Oh, to increase Godzilla's powers. Does that mean Godzilla could become even more powerful? I got a message and it was not him.
Oh.
Oh. This leg strength training is calling your name. Oh.
Any moment now, the nucleus will cause a reaction.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I looked away.
Look, Godzilla cells.
Ah.
The energy gauge is increasing.
Oh yeah, I'm a solid like second and no 2 seconds or 3 seconds behind you now. So they're just injecting Godzilla with random
Yeah, King Ghidorah cells.
things.
Literally, they just injected him with King Ghidorah cells. We're like, let's see what it does.
Let's just see what happens. If so, he can fight even stronger enemies. That is so cool. I love that. I love that for us. I would love if Godzilla could be more powerful. That was the secret of King Ghidorah's cells. I think there are more secrets to these cells. Let's study them a while longer.
All right.
Aces, the enemy aliens have advanced to Tokyo Yokohama area.
So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a quick break
Oh, yeah?
and go get myself something to drink. But before I do that, I'm going to use my SNES Classic to create a save spot.
Ah.
And come back into it. The reason why I did that is because this is the first of 2 levels in this game that have 2 different outcomes depending on what you do. So I saved so that when we finish this level, we can go back and hit this level again, and I can fail it and do the harder battle. But we're going to do it the quick way first. But before I do that, like I said, I need to go get another something little to drink, and then I will be right back. Give me 1 second.
I'll hold down the fort. Oh, that's because they're also frustrated with how bad GVK was, and they don't want to make another movie. They were like, wow, this is such a bad movie. How could we ever make another film? To sully Godzilla further would be a sin, a slight against us. And so they've decided, Legendary, to quietly brush the Monsterverse under a rug and never think about it ever again. No, I mean, I guess it'll happen if it happens. I know that there's clearly they want to do the Skull Island thing, which is fun. And at least they're actually, if they're getting Powerhouse Studios to do that, at least they're putting money into it. I was thinking back on The Black recently, the Pacific Rim anime. And like, there's clear budgetary limitations in that show that would not exist if there was, care for the property. Um, because it kind of seems like, okay, well, we did like we had an art house kaiju movie. It was well loved, but like didn't make a lot of money. But everyone said it was really good. And then we made a follow up, and it wasn't as good, and it made also not a lot of money. So now we've got this property that has name recognition, and we can make money off of it. So we're just gonna like throw it at random studios to try and make a quick turnaround buck on our intellectual property. I'll say about the MonsterVerse, so it doesn't feel like they're trying to just milk it for something, which is nice. But yeah, it is kind of weird that we've heard no like solid like, okay, we're definitely doing this, or we're like from now on the MonsterVerse continues in anime form, something like that, Okay. But yeah, so I mean, I can understand the frustration, but at the same time, there's other Godzilla content out there. There's other movies out there. Just gotta like, no. I'm officially saying, I'm gonna say it now. Having done a lot of reflection, a lot of thinking on it, I don't want a MonsterVerse Pacific Rim crossover. Pacific Rim works really well when you can have like violence and like I'll say kaiju gore. When you can actually kill off monsters. All the MonsterVerse characters are very famous, so like you couldn't have Gypsy or Lady Danger, Romani Danger decapitating Godzilla or stabbing Godzilla in the heart or something like that. You'd always have to like play around with this invincible property, this invincible character. So I don't know. For a while I was like, oh yeah, Godzilla Pacific Rim crossover would be so cool, be so good. But now as time has gone on, I'm a little bit more like hesitant, and to the point that I'm like, I guess you could do a MonsterVerse giant robots movie.
Oh.
But I'd like it to be its own thing and not be related to Pacific Rim.
Yeah, I honestly, you know where I would want to see the Pacific Rim crossover happen? Animated show. Like, just use Pacific Rim the Black and like finish the second season, like finish the story arc that it has, and like third season be MonsterVerse crossover. Like do some crazy shit. Like I think that would be fun.
I'm at a point where I'm like, because like how can what's some of the most fun about like the kaiju battles in Pacific Rim? It's that they are as visceral as like a Gamera movie wants to be. You can't have Godzilla getting his leg chainsawed off.
Right. Well, I think you'd have to do. I mean, this is what I pitched it as a long time ago with Coleman. I think what you'd have to do is you'd have to establish that Godzilla is inherently more powerful than the Jaegers. Like, there's not a chance for the Jaegers to fight Godzilla.
Well, that's no fun.
No. Hold on.
One-sided battle.
No. That's the thing. I'm not saying that it should be Pacific Rim versus Godzilla. It should be Pacific Rim crossing with the MonsterVerse. Therefore, what they should do is have the Jaegers go after Godzilla because they're like, oh my god, it's a kaiju! And like their first instinct is like, this thing is evil, it's sent by the aliens, we're gonna kill it. And so they try to go after it, and they're just like, what even is this? We can't even hurt him. Like, he's just too powerful. And then have whatever the villain monster is gonna show up, like Gigan or something. I don't know. And then you have them realize that, oh no, wait, this is a Earth-bred kaiju. This is not sent from the other universe. And then you have them also we already know that Godzilla is the protector of the MonsterVerse, so then you just have them team up against Gigan or some other, maybe not a Toho kaiju, maybe an actual, Pacific Rim kaiju, like some big mega kaiju again or something like that. Like I think
Yeah.
I think because I
Then at
think
that point, why won't you just have Godzilla fight the kaiju?
because then you got because you're bringing in the Jaegers, like you're bringing in the
Yeah,
Pacific Rim universe. That's the whole
but
point of it, I guess. But
narratively,
because
like,
Godzilla, none of the Jaegers have a chance of killing Godzilla.
yeah,
Even
exactly. That's why I think the
even
MonsterVerse
pre
crossover should
GVK.
just, yeah. No,
Like,
no, I mean, yeah,
I mean, we talked about it.
pre,
We talked about it in Uprising, where we were talking about the fact of like, uh, even back in Uprising, we were all sitting there going like, look, all of these Jaegers have problems fighting kaiju with like small abilities,
yeah,
like oh, Otachi has acid breath and
yeah,
can fly, like Godzilla's breath attack by itself would just melt through a Jaeger, like instantly.
yeah.
And Godzilla probably would just feed off of the Jaeger that he destroyed because they're all nuclear powered. Or all the
What
modern
I'm
ones
saying
are.
is, like, the kaiju in that universe already did that to Jaegers.
Yeah. But I'm saying like the scale of power is unbalanced, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, it doesn't matter because the scale of power is completely balanced between the Jaegers and the kaiju in Pacific Rim, right?
Yeah.
It's tit for tat.
Yeah.
So you get this like extremely visceral, like robot limbs being crushed, acid melting them, but you also have like swords cutting through like kaiju heads and blasting open kaiju hearts with guns. So they're equally visceral, right?
Yeah.
The problem with Godzilla showing up in this universe is it would be Final Wars Godzilla again, you know?
Yeah.
Which we talked about. Well, like,
Yeah.
Final Wars Godzilla loses so much of the fun because
He's
it's
too
not
powerful.
equally powerful.
Yeah.
The only one who kind of gives him a run for his money is our weird Centaur Ghidorah and then Frieza, then Centaur Ghidorah, you know?
Yeah. I do,
So-
and I will say this too, in regards to a crossover. I think it made more sense whenever it was 2014.
Yeah.
Because at 2014
It was
Godzilla was
an
like,
attempt to make a grounded.
yeah, in 2014 Godzilla was like, I think just powerful enough that like, yes, he would still overwhelm the Jaegers, but like it wouldn't have been like a insta kill.
Yeah.
Right. It would have been
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, I get it. Like, it's. He's still more powerful than them, but it's not like instantly. But like now, GVK Godzilla, like, I mean, it was already kind of. Once again, if you're watching GVK, and Rob, you and I just did,
Yeah.
it's very clear to see the point in the final battle where Godzilla is just like, all right, I'm done with this, and decides to just win, right? Like, it's like a very distinct moment in the movie where Godzilla's like, all right, this was fun for a bit, but I'm tired of this, and just like kicks Kong's ass in 2 seconds, and then it's just like, you need to submit to me, and this is over. Like, there's no chance for you. Because, I mean, one of the things that it's just, and so because of that, I guess, is what I'm relating it to back to Pacific Rim, I don't think it would work, because if we've already established Godzilla is powerful enough to take down Kong,
Yeah.
without even, like, trying, then you bring in the Jaegers, which would essentially just be Kong with some slightly better abilities. Like, durability is about the same, like, everything else.
Weaker, I think.
Maybe
I
even
think
weaker
they're
than Kong.
physically-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe even weaker than Kong. And way smaller, too. That's another problem, is the scale. Is,
Yes.
Godzilla is 118 meters now in the MonsterVerse.
Yeah.
And the biggest Jaeger, I think, is 70 meters or 80.
Yes.
So it just wouldn't work as well. But I do still stand by, like, if Pacific Rim: The Black Season 2 does really, really well, which, by the way, on Netflix it actually does say a new season is coming. So I think we'll probably be getting a trailer for that fairly soon, which is great.
Yeah.
But which I cannot tell you how much, like, thinking back on Pacific Rim: The Black, like, has made me go, man, how did Pacific Rim get a revival? Like, I really thought it was over.
Well, I
after
think it's.
Uprising.
I do think it was like Legendary's like, well, we've got this IP sitting around, and we contracted a team to make an anime for us 10 years ago.
Yeah.
We'll just pay them to finish up whatever they had, you know?
But then it was a hit. I mean, then it was a hit on Netflix. It
Yeah.
was trending for like 3 weeks after it came out. So
Yeah. I guess, I don't know.
Anyway.
I rewatched it, and I think there's something that upon like a rewatch makes me be like, there was something in my heart that I felt was missing. And it's there's a there's a lack of humanity. Like in the first one, they're very like in Pacific Rim, the focus is, the world saving the world. Like that's
Right.
what El Toro's like whole line was. And there's a, the canceling the apocalypse kind of like very, very specific tone. And the tone that we get in the Black is doomsday,
Yeah.
like Mad Max but grittier somehow,
Yeah. Yeah.
Move carefully.
Yeah. So Batra's next.
Batra.
So
Batra's running wild.
here's the key thing. So like I said, I created a second save file so I can do this level twice. So if you'll notice up at the top of the map, on the right side, there is a red dot. There is also on the top of the map a red dot on the left.
Yeah.
As you notice, it's saying that Batra is flying around to the top right, which is for B. So what is that thing that for A? So just keep that in mind for what we're about to do.
Okay.
And we can keep talking about Pacific Rim while I'm doing this because this level's boring. Like
Oh.
from a like level standpoint, it's very boring. But no, yeah, okay. So I do want to address something before I continue about Pacific Rim, because cool man, you brought it up, but I think that like, so I haven't shared it.
Ow.
What?
Oh, just like landmine.
Oh yeah. I didn't share it because I didn't know where it came from. I think Gormaru posted it, but apparently there was stuff said about the like where the Godzilla franchise is during Goji Fest on the YouTube stream. And I will tell you that it was extremely positive thinking about where Godzilla is right now, as far as the MonsterVerse and so on and so forth. So I just want to re-stress, because I feel like I have to re-stress this anytime people talk about where Godzilla's going, what's going on, why we haven't gotten a new movie announcement. I want to stress, Toho is still extremely happy with the MonsterVerse. They are also extremely happy with the success of Singular Point. Do we need another movie announcement? Absolutely. Am I desperate to know where the MonsterVerse is going from here? Yes, absolutely. Like, I want to know. I also want to know what Toho's up to. Are they going to do something new live action, or are they just going to keep doing like Singular Point and do more experimental stuff? Like, of course I want to know that answer, for sure. Like, I'm not going to sit here and deny that. But I will tell you right now that from everything that we know of Toho at this point, they are very happy with the MonsterVerse. So the MonsterVerse is extremely likely to continue unless some sort of deal between Toho and Legendary financially broke down and they're just like, no, we can't do this. You know what I mean? And so it's, I don't know. I just really want to establish the fact that, like, yes, is there reason to be like questioning, like, hey, what's going to happen? Is this going to be, a big enough difference? Or is the MonsterVerse going to continue? Is it not? Like, was GVK a success? Was it not? How did people consider it? I will tell you right now that Toho considers GVK to be an extreme success. I don't know. I feel like I'm saying the same things I always fucking say. But, like, okay, so as you're noticing this, so I went the wrong way here to prove a point that essentially what I told you about.
Are you trying to go the long way around to get the
kind
other
of
option?
Well, okay, no. So what I'm doing right now is I'm basically remembering the path that I have to take after this Batra battle, because there are two different endings to this level. One where you kill the first Batra and then you go fast enough to get to the other area back to the other area, which is the complete opposite side of the map. And if you do that fast enough, then you don't have to fight Batra a second time. If you do it slow, like if you go slow, you have to fight Batra a second time. But this time, Batra has full health and is way more difficult to fight. It's not like Batra has new moves. Like, it's not more difficult as far as like moves are concerned, but it's just more difficult on the standing of the first battle you can kind of kill within like a couple minutes, and the other battle is like a full-fledged boss battle. So you can do this quick, or you can do it slow. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm trying to remember the path that I have to take back down and around to avoid going in the water. Because like I said, if you go in the water, like, I think it's literally like 2 times, you're done. You have to fight Batra. So we'll see what happens this first time. The more interesting thing, of course, is to fight Batra the second time, obviously, just because it's another, battle.
Yeah.
But it is really fun to go fast and just beat it.
Did they design 2 different sprites, or is it just
flying? there is a second sprite.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a they call it a cocoon, but it's like the larval Batra.
Larva form.
Yeah. But yeah, you pretty much kill it immediately, so it's very cool. But I digress. I know, like, once again, for the Monsterverse, I feel like I say the same things over and over again, and I know some people just ignore that, I guess. Like, me being optimistic about the Monsterverse is kind of a trend with Tokyo Lives, I suppose. But,
and look where that's gotten.
But I do, once again, I do stand by my decision of saying that, like, Toho is proud of the Monsterverse. They are not disappointed. It's free money for them. They are basically putting up, like, I think it's 10% of the production cost. Like, it's not much at all, and they are getting a huge cut from the license use. And of course with Toho, which I feel like is probably going to change with the next set of the Monsterverse, but with Toho right now, what that is it's per monster. So, for instance, King of the Monsters, even though it did not make a lot of money, Toho got a lot of money from that movie because all of the Toho monsters that were in it.
That would explain.
Yeah.
That might explain a lot about the trajectory going forward of any future MonsterVerse movies.
They might just use one monster.
One at most,
yeah.
You're going to be seeing a lot of OCs showing up.
Yeah, which is fine. I honestly really like all the MonsterVerse OCs that we've gotten so far.
Yeah, I mean, the ones in the comics have been all really interesting. I'd like to see them get a little bit more, the CGI treatment.
Oh man, I'd love to see what's the name? Nakika, the underwater Mothra. That thing is so cool looking.
Yeah. I don't know about Brad doing like a live action Godzilla show. I feel like sure.
I think Toho could do it, like do an Ultraman style.
I just feel like Monster of the Week would kind of like not fit with Godzilla.
I think it depends. For me,
that's fair.
I think because if you do 2 Monster of the Week, it'll end up exactly like Final Wars, like what we were talking about just a second ago.
Yes.
And that's when it becomes like, ugh,
yeah.
Oh, that he killed every single monster in one hit.
Yeah.
And that's not fun,
Yeah, because like what's fun about like why the modern Ultraman shows work is it's like Ultraman shows up, he does a cool things, gets beat up real bad, and then manages to save the day. And then that gets kind of stale, so then you're like, okay, Ultraman unlocks a brand new form, or a brand new weapon, or meets a new ally who helps him overcome this problem. Godzilla has no extra forms and no extra moves. He has
he has burning and
fair.
The
spiral beam,
and nuclear pulse maybe if you do it like King of the Monsters style and make it another.
That's fair.
Like big thing.
But that is technically like 3 things.
Yeah,
that he can do
it's
outside
not
of
it's not
Chomp / normal fire breath, spinning fire breath, uh, blast, and then red variants of all of those as his body parts, which are
There's
all cool
Batra.
things. Oh, huh. Is this weak Batra or is
Yeah,
this?
this is weak Batra.
Yeah, okay. It had to hatch early to fight you. The key to winning is how high we can raise Godzilla's whatever.
Fighting spirit, yeah. Because he can.
The
Oh
thing
shit!
you've been doing.
Yeah, I missed.
Ow,
He can
ow.
only be. This is the thing that's annoying about Batra. He can only be hit by your fast fire, your hyper fire. Normal fire misses.
Oh wow, that's. Oof.
So on one hand, you kill him real quick once you get the move off, because it does a lot of damage. But
Yeah.
on the other hand, it's not the easiest move to get popped up. Your fighting spirit has to be really, really high, and so on and so forth.
What do you mean give Godzilla multiple fighting forms? Because that I'm. Do you mean like Shin Godzilla? Do you want a Shin Godzilla, but with like suitmation? And Godzilla, but Shin Godzilla is saving the day as he transforms through all his forms, like just bleeding all over his enemy at first,
No, thank you.
and rubbing his little chicken
Look,
wing nubbins on the enemy.
I
No, hold
love-
on, let me keep going, Kyle, because I want to drag you through this one.
Look, I love Singular Point. I
Yeah.
really, really do. I also think that Toho needs to get a new shtick. I think that the evolution thing worked in Shin, and I think it did work in Singular Point. But I think too much more reusage of that trope is going to get really annoying really quickly. Like, there's only so many different like designs of an evolving Godzilla that you can give.
Yeah.
I think
I will
it's
say,
just gonna, I don't know.
I feel like Singular Point stretched it. I think that was like that's about as far as you can take the multiple forms of Godzilla.
I
you
agree,
know?
because what they did in Singular Point is they did the different, like, damn it.
Like a sea-based one, a kind of getting used to land-based one, a weird, horrifying,
Yeah.
true Godzilla form. You know?
Now, don't get me wrong. I love the Super Godzilla thing in this game. Like, and I would love
Yeah.
to see that kind of an idea, sure. But I also think that, like, if you go too far, it's just gonna not work.
Yeah. You know what?
there we go.
We're 2 hours into the stream and we haven't addressed Godzilla's profile picture down in the bottom left. The funniest
I love
drawing
it.
I've ever seen.
I love it
of,
so much.
of Godzilla. He's got pug eyes.
Oh, it's so good. Come on. There we go.
I mean, I guess you could make like a very like Showa-y Godzilla. You know, basically just do like Zone Fighter, but Godzilla. Oh wait, no, do the Hanna-Barbera show, but
Yeah.
live action. That would work. For
I just
me.
feel like Toho, honestly, most likely would do an anime. I think that, like,
Anime is easier to do long format. you
yeah,
know?
it's cheaper. It's easier to do long format. I feel like they wouldn't feel as limited because as much as I love Ultraman, like they are limited with their creature design suits sometimes. Like they reuse a lot of their suits every episode, and like, you know what I mean? Like usually there's some sort of, especially in modern Ultraman, there's some sort of reason why they can
This bad
reuse.
guy's gonna show back up a few
Yeah.
times, or this bad guy from another universe to fight another Ultraman is gonna show up and
Right.
fight you. Which I mean is fun and it works, but like yeah, it's like they've
But
got
can that
decades.
work for Godzilla? Like that's my question. That's the
yeah.
thing. Is like, because like you either go Godzilla kills all of his enemies really quickly, or you
Yeah.
go, you know, Godzilla has to get new fighting forms. But
Yeah,
even then, like that only works for so long. I think. I just think Ultraman and Godzilla are two very different beasts.
yes.
Like I think that it's just
literally.
I mean, because you know, we to go take us back to the actual the anime movies. We talked about that back in the day, and I still stand by that as a concept for a show. Is doing the books essentially, where like you start with season 1, where you're showing all the monsters showing up, and then Godzilla doesn't show up to the end of season 1, and then
Yeah.
season 2 is, you know, Godzilla just wrecking shop essentially. Uh, like killing all the monsters and basically destroying the planet. Um,
Yeah.
and that's all season 2 stuff. But once again, I'm thinking in the context of an anime. I'm not thinking in the context of a live action show because I don't know
Yeah.
how well that would work for a live action show.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd love to see more Sooth Nation. And I guess what you could do is literally take the idea behind a Godzilla movie and simply stretch it out over the course of, you know,
Yeah.
10, 12 live action shows where you're just building up to a big monster fight. Um, Especially if you do something fun, like, instead of having Godzilla be the thing with multiple forms, do something like Bagan or Griffin, where you have like a slowly shape-shifting, horrifying monster, and humanity kind of like slowly starting to realize, like, okay, well, we've got to we've got two big problems,
Yeah, but I think that's one of the reasons why we talked about back in the day. We talked about um, why we talked about back in the day of the Monarch show. If that ever becomes a reality, and like
Yeah.
how you could do that and do like kind of that same concept where you're doing like the B monsters, the MonsterVerse only monsters first. So you're doing
Yeah.
like Behemoth and them and having them be the stars of their own episodes and so on and so forth. And then finally, you like end of season 1 is a big Godzilla event or Kong event.
Yeah.
And
I'm
then,
just
like,
kind of like to make it like I like we all love Godzilla, but like what we don't like is when Godzilla the fight lasts for like 30 minutes of an hour and a half long movie.
there's distinctly a balance that you have to hit with a Godzilla fight.
Yes.
Um,
Because again, there's only so many moves that Godzilla can do. There's only so much action Godzilla can have. Other than like when you go back to like Showa era stuff where it's like a little more slapstick. But even then, there's only so much, Rubber Man running around and jumping on enemy that you can do. There's
Yeah.
and like what makes fight scenes choreography so fun is putting people in different positions, different locations. I have the high ground. I'm fighting inside of an alcohol refinery. I'm fighting on top of a skyscraper. Or I'm fighting on top of a hovercraft. A bunch of Jackie Chan references there. But
just one after another there with the Jackie Chan references.
I'm fighting inside of a ladder. I'm fighting inside of another ladder. I'm fighting inside of a third ladder. You can change things up. The problem is, and like you can do the same thing with Ultraman. You can change up the choreography, you can change up his suit, and you can change up the villain that he's fighting episode by episode. Godzilla, there's not much that Godzilla can do as a big, unstoppable wall of meat with anger lasers, which are all fun things, but
do they work outside of the context of a Godzilla film?
Yeah, it's a
yes. Okay. I'm actually not going to do this level twice. I rethought it because technically the second battle is just versus Batra, and it's the same thing that you just saw. I forgot there's not much difference other than just Batra having more health and does more damage. But yeah, so if you get here fast enough, you run into the cocoon, the baby form that you see here, and then
so
Godzilla just destroys it.
I get you. So if you go about the other way, then you end up with a second Batra. Now
it hatches out of the cocoon, and then you have to fight it again. Because I looked at the time that we spent, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to use that to play the last 2 levels twice, because there are the alternate versions of the last 2 levels. So, here's the question, though.
Yeah.
Which way should I do the last 2 levels first?
Which way, Western man? How do you mean?
There are 2 ways. Way worse. Number 1 is if you go become Super Godzilla in the first level,
yeah,
then you have to wait to turn into Super Godzilla in the last level. You have a there's a difference in timing here where you have to like actually like do other things in the second level. Now, in the second level, or now the second way is to
Yeah.
save the Super Godzilla power ups. Don't collect them until the last level, and then you
Yeah.
can just become Super Godzilla right off the bat, and you don't have to delay it at all. So which way should I do it first? I think I should do it the. Basically, what it does is it makes either the Mecha King Ghidorah first. It either makes the Mecha King Ghidorah battle harder first, or it
Yeah.
makes the Bagan fight harder first. So it's
Okay.
really either way. So Coolman says do save Super Godzilla first, which I can
I
definitely do.
feel narratively, it's very fun to have the Super Godzilla reveal later on.
Okay. So save
But
Super Godzilla.
I defer to you as to what would be more fun to play.
So really, either or works. When I was a kid, I always. Yes, you can actually, Julio. I have done it, and it is very possible. It's way hard, and you definitely have to go get some power ups and heal yourself. It is difficult, but you know what? Okay, I'm gonna do it like Coolman suggested because I feel like the other way, the way that I used to do it when I was a kid,
Yeah.
is more narratively interesting. It would be a more narrative interesting ending for
Okay.
the game. So I'm going to save Super Godzilla first, go fight Bagan with Super Godzilla right away, kill him really instantly. And
Yeah.
then I'll reload the save, go back to the Mecha King Ghidorah level, and we'll fight Mecha King Ghidorah as Super Godzilla, yada yada yada, boom, so on and so
Okay.
forth.
Well, I mean, Ghidorah was kind of a pushover at the very beginning, so I can't assume adding a little bit of metal to his head is going to make him that hard to beat. I mean,
We'll bring Godzilla on land from Tokyo Bay. Monster is attacking Tokyo is King Ghidorah.
oh, he's back, and he's mad as heck.
So the save I'm going to make is actually I'm going to make it like really easy for me. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a save literally where I've collected 2 of the Super Godzilla reactors, and there's only 1 left. That way, when I
Yeah.
come back, I can just get that
Get
1
that
reactor
third
and
one.
go.
Do
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Oh, so if you blow the Super Godzilla form at first, like here, then you can't use. He like powers down.
yeah, he goes back to being normal Godzilla to fight Bagan.
Ah, I see.
And
Okay.
then
Cool.
they're like, oh, but there's no chance. Blah 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 blah. You'll see.
All right.
Once again, 2 different endings to this game, so we're gonna do both.
But first, look at this. They've collected the injured body and head of King Ghidorah. Wait, the head that you guys were studying?
They stole
Brought
it.
it back to life as Mecha King Ghidorah.
Can you defeat Mecha King Ghidorah, who is even stronger version than King Ghidorah?
Ah.
It must be about even strength. That doesn't mean we can't win with superior fighting technique. How? Our experiments show if we give a huge amount of energy to Godzilla's cells with the King Ghidorah cells fused in, this creates a powerful reaction on the cell level.
Oh.
If we actually do this in Godzilla's body, we could do it. Among the Tokyo resupply points, the 3 marked S are special energy points. If we give all that energy to Godzilla, he may change into a Godzilla greater than Godzilla. A Super Godzilla!
Amazing. That's very, very good.
Super Godzilla!
I like that it's like, hey, so what are we going to name this game? Well, it's on the Super Nintendo, so we'll go ahead and just put, like, Super in there. And then, like, they were like, well, how do we, like, what do we do to make Godzilla super? And then they got to run hog wild.
Yeah.
By the way, Cameron did get back to me and said he'd be free on Sunday.
Sunday. Okay.
Yeah, he said nothing else to my long message that I sent him.
Well, I assume that
So,
means he's going to watch either our stream or a stream or play it himself on a ROM. I don't care.
oh yeah.
Also, yes,
So,
Julio, we mentioned already that like the soundtrack for this game is a fucking banger. It's amazing.
it's very good stuff.
I want to hear, especially the bag end theme. Okay, so this is another thing. So this is a thing about this level. So this is the only way to get the alternate ending, the one that I'm actually about to do, is to get to Mecha King Ghidorah before the damage level of Tokyo reaches 50%.
Oh.
So if you are doing the Super Godzilla route, there is literally no way that you can get there in time. You will get there and it will be too late. Tokyo will be destroyed, halfway destroyed, and then the rest of the game plays out like the alternate ending. But if you go the way of just being Godzilla and just going to go fight him straight away, that's how you can get there fast enough. So it is a difficult thing to do. It's not easy. Like Julio, questioning if it was even possible. Like I did not know this was a possibility until like way later. Like just playing this game over and over and over again. So it's difficult. It's not easy. Because Ghidorah is up in 4B, so he's up in the top fucking right of the map.
Ooh, okay.
Anyway, here we go.
And I've seen the movies. I know how fast he can destroy things with those big old lightning bolt mouths. All right, here you go. This is it.
That's nothing.
Well, call me Naruto because you're about to believe it.
Ah.
Kyle, did you get it? See what I did there?
Destruction of Tokyo is at 5%.
I love that after all of this, there's the military still shooting you.
Yeah, so they called them enemy tanks in one of the other levels.
Yeah.
But like, it's still not very clear of like how that works. I think because like when I was a kid, I think I was like, oh, they're not the military. They're controlled by
the aliens.
Aliens, but that doesn't make sense either. So
it'd be fine if they made them look like space tanks or something,
Yeah.
Like they didn't show up until after the first level.
Right, exactly. Because the first level, you don't even know aliens are involved.
Yeah, or like the first level, it's like the Japanese Defense Force doesn't believe you, and they're shooting Godzilla. And then the second and on, it's like weird silver tanks or something.
Right. Oops.
The aliens have sent UFOs to attack us. Thank goodness the military isn't still attacking us. Otherwise, that would be real bad. His little paws. Scraping up stuff.
10%. Go Godzilla. Go.
He's just blasting through it, huh?
Yeah.
Right, come on now. Come on, the military. Oh shoot.
What?
Nothing, just destroying a bunch of buildings on your way. Sorry, everyone. Sorry.
My bad.
Please,
my bad.
please evacuate. I have to kill the bad guy. Sorry. Oh my god. Oh no, I've accidentally directed Godzilla through the most populated section of the city. Ah, dang. Sorry.
Let's see. So I actually am realizing that I'm not going to collect the S's. I'm just going to go straight for him. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna after that battle, I'm gonna create another save spot here.
Okay. Or wait, you're just gonna make a save here?
Yeah, real quick.
I can hear a little Gare Bear in the back. Hup, ho, hup. Hup.
All right.
What a fun interface.
Technically, mine is hacked.
Oh,
It's not illegal. I own this game.
it's legal.
I
It's legal.
literally own the cartridge. It's sitting right in front of me right
So,
now.
you're welcome, Godzilla, Toho, and Nintendo.
Okay, so let's see. We're almost there.
Crunch.
15%.
They should just use jazz in general. There should be more jazz in Giant
Agreed.
Monster. More jazz in Giant Monster films. You know, I've
There
been
he is.
changed by Q the Last Open.
I'm heading for him, guys.
Ooh,
I'm picked up an immunity thing, so I'm heading straight for him, guys. Just gotta go through all these buildings.
sorry.
Sorry.
Jeez. Oh, that's mine. Why did they bury a
20%.
mine inside of a? Oh no, Tokyo. They got the G85. His fire breath doesn't come out of like straight out of his mouth. It arcs upward.
Right?
That's very good.
All right, back to Kingdora.
And when they drilled
Come here.
that little tiny computer into his brain, they really messed him up, huh? I love that this is like 20% of Tokyo has been destroyed, and it's like one line of buildings.
Now I'm moving around Shinjuku. 25%.
This is it.
Here we go.
That building is a cornerstone of Tokyo.
Oh
Please.
man, I can't wait till the after dark of this episode so I can talk about the editor's cut of Spider-Man 3. Holy shit. It's a big difference, dude. When Godzilla goes into attack posture, Mecha King Ghidorah detects this with his sensors and unleashes a special attack. When Godzilla's attack window is open, attack as fast as possible. That's his shtick.
Okay, so he's got a special, like...
He uses the Mecha King Ghidorah attack, the machine head.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
okay. Oh no. Oh no. It's just the Mecha Godzilla fight all over again.
Yeah. Once again, he's not easy to kill as normal Godzilla, but you can. Garrus is screaming at me downstairs.
Uh-oh.
That was shit.
He's not a big fan. Oof. Little DNA laser there, that's no good. Ooh boy. Golly gee willikers. So at any given time, there can be up to at least 3 Godzilla faces on the screen, each in a different art style. You've got your Godzilla on the actual gameplay side.
Machine head, here he goes.
What? Oh no! Those little grapple boys.
Ow.
C bass? More like a C plus.
Ah.
Oh boy, that did a lot of damage. Jeez
Oh yeah.
Louise.
Oh yeah, it's not great.
Oh man. Okay, I can see the difficulty that Julio was mentioning earlier. Oh gosh. Listen. Why do we get shot by lightning, Master Bruce?
Eat it.
Boom. Oh boy. Well, okay.
me help.
That did good damage, but oh boy. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Well, tiny baby tail whip. giving him the question marks. Please, video game.
Shit.
I like that, narratively what this is saying is like the guy controlling Godzilla from the little tiny brain pod they've shoved in there doesn't have big, like very precise controls. He can just kind of like nudge Godzilla in the right direction. I think Godzilla, like an over-leveled Pokemon, just chooses to do whatever attack he wants whenever he gets close to a monster. Okay. Ha. Oh, no, again. Oh, the headbutt animation is so good.
It really is.
It's that little bonk. Yeah.
Get.
Oh. You got him on the ropes. You got this. Uh-oh.
I'm okay. I'm doing good. I'm actually doing really good, to be fair. He's at 355.
No, I mean, yeah. You haven't had to run away to go get health yet. Like... Bam. Rah. Yeah! I know it's supposed to be like a shoulder check or something, but it really does look like he just like Luigi's into King Ghidorah's chest. You love to see it. I'm gonna make myself some decaf coffee. Jeez Louise.
Ah, no!
No!
Bastard!
Get him!
Just a table.
I do like Mecha King Ghidorah's middle head has those big bright green eyes, so it looks like it's always very shocked.
Yeah!
Like on the front-on view. I do wish there were some more random cards to draw. Like, I wish this was a little bit more like a card battle game than just like a...
yeah, I mean...
a gambling game, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with you there. Oh, no. Oh, you dick.
Just like a smidge of... Admittedly, that would be like lower the health of everything, and then like, like you have cards that do healing, you have cards that do like an energy pulse, or a card that does a headbutt, whatever. These are just daydreams about like games I've played that I also liked.
He's almost dead. Almost
This
dead.
is it. Headbutt him into oblivion.
Ah, nope. Oh, God. Oh, he did all three. Oh, shit. This is going to take a lot of health.
Oh, boy.
Ooh, jeez.
Oh. No. Oh, that's... Okay, well, it's not a full 100 health.
No,
base,
but it's a
jeez.
lot.
Yeah. Ha! Tailwind.
Bam.
Lower his defense. So I'm gonna have to play the new Pokemon game, the open world one that's coming out.
He only has 10 health. Oh,
Yes. Not because like I was like extremely excited about it at first. I was like, this seems fun, and then I saw the gameplay. I was like, this looks kind of not great. And then I saw
the most recent trailer fixed it. Yeah.
Yes.
It looks so much
I
better.
saw the most recent thing, and more importantly than the fact that they fixed some of the bugginess and lagginess is that there's a brand new variant of Cypher. You know what that means.
Julio,
Bug Trainer's back
what you
in
talk
business.
about can't do that? What do you think, Julio? I just did it.
Yay! Oh, look how happy Godzilla is about it, too.
Boom.
He did prove it.
Damage,
You asked?
25%.
He wanted...
Oh, boy. Good
Look
stuff.
at that. Way to go. Hey. And
I'm
you
glad I
got
did
an
it
extra
first
credit.
try. I was actually a little worried. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to leave, and then he's gonna damage it over 50%, and I'm gonna fuck up the ending. Anyway, okay, so here we go. So this is ending A.
Yes.
Um,
Okay. So this is the canon ending. Is like
Honestly, I think the other ending is canon. It makes
really.
more sense than this one, because this one's just like, oh, you never collected that, like, and it's just like, oh yeah, I didn't go collect those S energy, huh? And then you just go
Yeah.
collect them and fight back again. But like, the other one actually has like a narrative, like of like, oh, you
Yeah.
didn't get here in time. The city's almost destroyed. We don't have enough energy. Oh, that really sucks. We got to figure it out. You'll see. Anyway,
Yeah. Yeah.
something is approaching very fast. There's still an enemy left? An enemy more powerful than Mecha King Ghidorah?
Ah. It's a really cool monster that never got any love, and in fact got an attempt at being an American Godzilla monster, and then just didn't do that either. And so now here we are.
Well, right now he's
Nearly.
just a giant ball.
Oh, fair. What is that? What the fuck?
It's an incredible energy body.
I love fighting Lavos.
This is our ultimate weapon, Bagan. Bagan?
This is our ultimate weapon, the flame dragon. They just set it on fire.
UFO. Oh man. Oh, by the way, for the people in our chat right now, I don't know how many people are in there, but I am getting Jurassic World Evolution 2 on Monday or on Tuesday, so I might actually stream some of that just while I'm playing it downstairs. Probably won't have any like commentary. It'll probably just be playing it, but you know. So check out our Twitch channel next week for maybe some stuff.
Oh, Bagan likes to juggle. Oh, wow. Uh-oh. Ooh, that seems bad. Wait, did he just wipe out? Oh, no. Oh, no. 50% damage real fast. Jeez Louise.
We hadn't planned on Godzilla becoming this strong, but he cannot defeat Bagan. Now we are going to attack the Diet, where you
no.
headquarters is. Blah, 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 blah,
No.
blah, blah. That will be the end of you. If you think you can defeat Bagan, you are welcome to come try it anytime.
All right, I'm going to go grab some water and start boiling some other water to make coffee.
All right.
Just decaf. I don't want to stay up too late tonight. But I'm just feeling like, so tired.
It's cool.
So,
So essentially, they're just like, oh my god, the only way we can possibly defeat Bagan is to become Super Godzilla. City's destroyed. It's going to be very hard for us to get energy. Don't worry, we have just completed the Super Energy Bank. Research is disturbing. The super high energy output should transform Godzilla into Super Godzilla right away. Oh, that's right! I don't even have to go collect the S's. I forgot that. Yeah, so hang on, Rob, because you're going to see the transformation.
Okay, awesome. I'll stick around. I thought you were
wait, no, I still have to.
Destroyed.
Go quickly to pick up the energy bank. The research lab is in area 3B. Okay, so just hang around for a second, because 3B is right below where I'm at. So,
it's right there? Oh,
yeah, let me just go get that real quick. Also, let's try and find some health before I fucking just die. Yeah, because I'm in 4B, so it should be right down here. Okay. What the fuck? How do I get over there? Oh, I need help before I go over there. Okay,
I'll be right back.
Alright. Yeah. I'll make sure to not go get the transformation before you get back.
Thanks.
Yeah, no shit, Julio. Like, if they were just like, by the way, you're Super Godzilla now, like, it would have been so shitty. All the time wasted back when we were kids, you know? a side path to get over there? Okay, there is. I'm just gonna have to go over here. See, I don't want to go through all that shit. Let's go get some just normal energy while we're waiting for Rob to get back. And find another UFO! I still really think the other ending is more epic and is definitely like the canon ending for me. Because, like, this one's just like, oh yeah, go grab the energy thing and you'll just transform into Super Godzilla, it'll be fucking fine. Whereas the other one is like literally like, oh shit, we screwed up, the city's destroyed, what do we do? We don't have enough energy, we gotta figure this out. Also, you get a cameo from a Heisei classic if you do the other direction. Let me go up this way. Oops, what am I doing? I'm pausing. Why am I pausing? I don't want to pause. Alright. So I am actually gonna pause it here for Rob to get back. Some good stuff. Oh, Jesus. My entire spine just popped. Ow. But yeah, I'm definitely going to do the other ending after I do this one. Because this one's too easy, man. But yeah, Julio, you and I can attest to this, like, though. I think it is really cool with all the alternate, like, little tiny alternate changes that you can do in this game, like this ending that I'm showing now, and then there's the beginning level with Ghidorah, like, there's 2 different places he can show up, and it'll determine the actual stage you're fighting in, and then, which I'm going to show, and then there's the Batra level, where it's like, if you don't go fast enough, you have to fight Batra again, and it's harder, and then there's this one, where it's like, literally, if you do things wrong, you've got this other completely alternate, like, ending that happens. It says something about this game. Like, once again, I mean, this game isn't like perfect. Like, it's got a lot of flaws, but you got to give credit where credit's due, in my opinion.
Oh, I've been muted this whole time.
Oh, you're back?
Sorry, I just got back.
Okay. Anyway, all right. So I paused right before getting the power up. So, well, I gotta destroy building first, but you know.
I love his little tiny, like, swipes.
He's like,
thank you for coming. Let's give this super energy bank to Godzilla. I just love these, like, thank you for coming.
Transformation!
Yo! Yo! They get little Biolante teeth.
He's just Space Godzilla. He's literally just Space Godzilla.
Yeah, got a little bit of Space Godzilla. Oh, his face looks rough now with the extra cheeks.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Undoubtedly, Super Godzilla. We seem to have succeeded. We can't tell how much power this Super Godzilla has. But he is certainly much more powerful than any monster until now. Super Godzilla does not seem to be hurt when he crashes through buildings, or even when hit by enemy missiles.
Oh, that's fun. Alright.
Alright, here we go.
Yay! Yeah, he really is just like... Space Godzilla's already out by this point, right? 90.
So that's the thing.
What?
That's a Tokyo tidbit I was going to talk about. Is there's actually
Oh.
some debate about which came first.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yes, Space Godzilla. Like, okay, so here's the thing: the movie Space Godzilla was out by now, but the
Yeah.
thing is that the design elements of Super Godzilla were done about the exact same time that Space Godzilla was being designed. So they kind of
Oh.
occurred concurrently, and
Huh.
then like there's some debate of whether this game just stole Space Godzilla's design and took away some elements, or vice versa, where they were designing them at the same time and they like came up with this design first for Space Godzilla, and then they like were like, no, this doesn't look right, and then they adjusted it more and made it Space Godzilla. So there's
Yeah,
there's
a
some
little bit
interesting
more.
little tidbits there for sure. Anyway,
Yeah.
what?
I mean, these are both being produced by Toho. It's pretty. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
What? Godzilla seems different. After all, he's still no match for Bagan. Bagan?
Baggin? Biggin? Baggin?
Bagans.
Oh man, this is very cool. I always liked this transformation. Specifically because Baggin is just fucking huge, even when faced against Super Godzilla.
Oh, yeah. He's a Biollante big, or really even Destroya big.
Yeah, he's very Destroya for sure.
But way before Destroya.
Warped to Earth's ultra ancient past and brought the monster Bagan back here from the land of legend. On top of that, we added Godzilla's and King Ghidorah's cells to make the legendary monster Bagan the most powerful monster. What? Godzilla's and King Ghidorah's cells? That's right, Professor, just like you. We have been quite interested in fusing Godzilla and King Ghidorah's cells. Thanks to being able to use that same cell fusion that you tried out on Godzilla's body, our trump card Bagan is more powerful than ever!
Ah. Ah. Oh my gosh, what? Yeah. Now, there's definitely a lot of like Space Godzilla in this bad
Oh, yeah.
boy, though. I love it. I love his attacks. They're all so cool now.
Try releasing the controller button after holding it down to do a super punch!
Oh.
Oh.
Amazing. Absolutely incredible.
Dun, dun, dun. God, Bagan's just so fucking cool.
His weird, horrifying face.
Oh, it's so
Oh! Throwing a little whip of energy at your groinular area. Ow, ow, dang it. Oh, there's his, oh, I do love the side profile of this Godzilla, though. Oh,
jump shit.
wow. This
Also,
is really
this-
good.
This fucking music is amazing. Rob, if you're not listening, you need to listen to the music first.
Yeah, let me jump
'cause
in.
This track is a banger.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Okay. Just the right amount of farty trumpets. Oh, no. Wait.
See if I can get my Super Godzilla has a very unique attack, which I will definitely, if I don't get it in this playthrough, I'll get it when we do the alternate ending.
Yeah, okay.
But it's very good. It's very anime. Rob, you'll love it when I.
Aw,
if I get
hell
it
yeah.
off. Oh, damn it, he got me. I tried to charge it, but he hit me before I could finish it. Bagan has a Godzilla.
Oh! Oh, I love that jaw and hinges to blast it too. Oh,
Yep.
that's cool. There's even a bit of like you can see a little bit of things that would impact singular Godzilla. I think in this drawing of him
Yeah.
specifically, the side profile.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Rob, watch this. It's fucking awesome.
Okay,
Wait for it.
is he gonna crack? Oh yeah,
Wait for it.
that's particle cannon.
Yeah.
Oh, it makes us yeah. Oh, incredible!
It's so
Absolutely
good.
incredible. That's amazing. It's
Gotcha
wow.
before you hit me.
I was taken aback. That was very good.
The most anime, right? Oh shit. Oh, use your other
Hi.
move. Yeah, this move is cool. That bad guy uses.
I was gonna say, like, yeah, we haven't seen many Baggins attacks. Ooh. Okay, that's. Well, meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
Nope. Shit. I got him to. I pushed him away, but he got his move off before I kicked him. God, Baggin is just—it's such a cool monster design, dude. I can't wait to talk about it on the episode.
Yeah, this is one of those like monsters that they kept wanting to put in movies, right?
Yes, this is the one that was like in like 6 or 7 scripts in the 90s, but never actually fully got put in.
Did it originate from this game, or did this game take? The
No, this
concept
game
of that?
finally took the design and was like, let's do it.
Ah, okay.
Aw. Speaking of which, I don't know if you noticed because you didn't know it at the time, but on the test image that I did, I made it so that his Godzilla's fist that's pulled back is charging up the super punch.
Oh, I
It's
didn't even see
brighter
that.
up at the punch. Yeah.
That's good.
Ah. Yeah.
Got it.
Oh yes! Random got me the most powerful move.
Yeah. Listen, it's not the Guyver. He's not cracking open his chest, but it is a close second. It's the oh gosh.
My
what's
move is
the-
so powerful that it's gonna have my face on it.
Let me see if I can find- Oh, Dragon of the Darkness Flame Technique. I had to look it up. I was like, wait, what's the name of Hiei's special move in Yu Yu Hakusho? Dragon of the Darkness Flame. Wow. Ah! Wow, you just like
Messed up.
stomp Baggin as Super Godzilla.
Oh yeah. Just die. Take a tail whip.
I don't want to die, please. I was ripped out of my homeland, injected with all kinds of weird DNA.
Boom!
I just want to go back home. Ah!
Nonsense! Bagghead can't be defeated!
Oh. Nice. Yay! Oh, Godzilla's so happy about it. Yay! I did it. Such a like a low energy Godzilla. Nice. Did it give you any extra credits? Oh, man, they put Godzilla through a lot. Let me tell you.
The battle ended.
His little baby eyes. Oh, okay. Is that it? Is there?
No, there's more.
Okay.
There's a cutscene.
I thought that would be such a good like congratulations or whatever that one game. Aliens use the monsters to attack our cities. Shot down by the Super X. Godzilla's like, I can go home now. At the end of his violent battle with Baggett, Godzilla's operation box was destroyed. After we lost control over him, Godzilla instinctively returned to the sea. I like that he didn't like come to and was just like, what the? Ah! And just started blasting
raging
everything
out. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that the end of it all? Yeah, it's the good ending. So yeah, the threat from space is gone. But when the most powerful monster in history, the monster of all monsters, Godzilla, awakens again from his sleep at the bottom of the deep sea. Perhaps he will appear before us next time as a threat to humanity.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You should have Godzilla 2000, where he just fucking like lays waste to the city at the end of the movie for no reason.
What the? Comes to and just oh yeah, sepia tone. There we go. Finally, Godzilla the way it was meant to be seen.
All right, that's the credits. All right, so
yeah,
let's do the alternate ending. Reset.
Perfect. I'm gonna go pour coffee. I'll be right back.
That's fine. I've got to go get all the S energy tanks anyway.
The water has been boiled, so now I just need to do a pour over real quick, and then I will be back.
I feel like I should wait to show Rob this. I'm gonna wait a second for Rob to get back. Why is the super energy a fucking tree? I forgot that this was a thing. Oh my god. Oh no. Jesus Christ. Why is he humping? Oh my god, it's too much. Oh no. Alright, I need another drink. Rob will be right back, guys. I'll be right back as well. Give me a sec.
I'm back. Oh wait, did Kyle also just leave? That's what's been missing, sepia tone. And why is he humping it? Must be some tree. Good thing little kids don't get the wrong idea and start running around humping trees. Don't they? Hello.
All right.
Hello.
Hello.
Timing
Rob,
perfect.
did Julio point out the fact that the super energy is a fucking tree?
No. Is that an accident? Like, did
Nope,
something...
that's legit.
Is that on purpose?
That's just it's where the super energy is. It's in a fucking tree.
Why isn't it just like one of the other like
reactors?
you know,
right?
yeah, reactor, but like palette swap the colors to be like red or something, you know?
You know, that's a very good question. I wish I had the answer to you, but instead it's a fucking tree.
It's just like a mystical tree. You're just absorbing ancient Japanese like spirit power.
Oh man.
Show me the power of the Japanese ancient man's spirit.
Hi, kitty.
What this could it be? I wonder, the Shiratori Shrine? Whoa! The place where Yamato Takara no Mikoto fell from the sky? Whoa! And then Godzilla turns into Super Godzilla.
Yeah. I'm full of items. All right. So.
Yeah, I mean, it really is just like a magical spirit tree that for some reason turns you into a big Godzilla.
So this, as I said earlier, this is the ending I always got when I was a kid. Because I was like, I want to become Super Godzilla right now! And so I just go straight to the S's, because that's technically what the game kind of tells you to do. The game's like, oh,
Yeah.
you can't defeat Mecha King Ghidorah unless you go get
I wonder if
Super
like
Godzilla.
the thought that they have is that you'll try and get to 1, you'll get up to like 25% or you know, like whatever, and you'll panic and start trying to make your way to Ghidorah.
Yeah.
You know?
It's possible.
And then just get banged up.
But once again, I actually like this ending a little bit better, honestly.
Yeah.
I like the way this plays out a little bit better.
Do you ever transform back into
Yes.
Super Godzilla while fighting?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
This
that
is,
does feel
honestly,
more narratively.
It's more of like a DBZ ending.
Yeah.
You'll see what it happens. It's very DBZ for sure.
Awesome.
Ow. So the destruction until is 35%. So like I said, no matter what you do, if you go to become Super Godzilla, by the time you get to Mecha King Ghidorah, the destruction's already over 50%. So
I see.
There's no... That is one ending that is not possible as far as I have ever seen, is that you cannot get to Mecha King Ghidorah after transforming
Super
to
Godzilla.
Mecha Godzilla, or to Super
And have it
Godzilla.
be under.
Yeah. It's just not possible.
Your head shrinks a little bit. That's
Little bit.
interesting. Your shoulder, it's like the Super Saiyan 3 thing where your eyebrows disappear, but you get longer hair.
I mean, he
Godzilla's
gets
head shrinks a
hardcore.
little bit.
He gets hardcore eyebrows as Super Godzilla, to be fair.
Yeah, you're right. Oh my gosh, he really does. I didn't notice that. What does this mean? Undoubtedly, this is Super Godzilla.
So this is all the same dialogue as before, where it's just like, oh my god, it's Super Godzilla, what the hell? And then they like are
Whoa.
like, oh, it's time to like, he doesn't get hit by missiles, yada yada yada.
He's really strong. Everyone loves him.
I'm not trying to go that way. I'm trying to go down. Jesus Christ. Going through buildings doesn't do any damage to you either, so it's fun to just kind of plow through buildings. Also overkill the UFOs. Super Godzilla is fun.
Yes, recovering Super Godzilla.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, I was just I'm having some conversation with Cameron.
Oh yeah.
Just letting him know Sunday recording, all that.
Yeah, I mean, just tell him like, make sure. Did you say that like he could either watch our stream or just find a let's play of it if he wants?
Yeah, I just said to like watch one on YouTube and we can.
Yeah,
send him
not a big
ours if yeah.
Because I'll upload ours to YouTube like right away tonight or tomorrow, not tonight, obviously. But
perfect.
That way it'll be easily accessible. I'll say this live, just to say it out loud. I am worried about PJK because I know. Here's the thing: I know Cameron has beaten it and played it, but he probably hasn't beaten it or played it since it came out. Which says
1986 or something. Yeah,
2006. I don't know. Anyway, regardless, it concerns me about having him do the same thing there because that's going to be multiple nights of streaming. That's not going to be one night of streaming. That's going to be probably 2 or 3 nights of streaming for PJKK. And that's me like beasting through it. That's me with no errors or anything,
Getting hung up on a super jump for a few hours. You tried turning Super Godzilla off for this battle. Turning it back on later.
Dude, I will never fucking forget that.
That was, to me, extremely
or forgive.
Funny.
Yeah, so here I am. So I went pretty much directly to the S's, and my destruction level for this run-through is 60%. Yeah. So by the time you make it all the way back over here to fight Mecha King Ghidorah, you're out of time.
Yeah. Well, it's also just like Mecha King Ghidorah, like to get to him, you have to destroy what ends up being like 20% worth of damage.
Yeah, exactly.
Or 10%. So I think like time-wise you could make it, but like it is impossible to like navigate towards him without like causing 10% destruction.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. Time with Mecha King Ghidorah battle,
like
which
it's
wasn't
gone up
difficult.
It's gone up 10% just you getting through this line of buildings.
this single line of buildings.
Like, it's like, all right. Yeah. You love to see it.
It's so good. So, like, once again, like, Cool Man brought it up earlier, but yeah, like, I would love to see Super Godzilla make an official, like, appearance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, some sort of, like, hyper mutation of Godzilla, like, show up for the final match or something. Yeah, I know. I can't carry any more items. I don't need any more items of fucking Super Godzilla. Back off.
Get him. Yeah, here we go.
Oops.
I will say, seeing Godzilla or Super Godzilla before everything turns red, it's nice to see his like bluish hues. You know?
He's got some blue. He's got some blue
blue hue.
Ow.
Like it hits him right in the lower jaw and he's unfazed.
Yep. Yeah, I know how to do a super punch. Thanks. I love his come at me pose. Come at me, bro.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna bully you.
Did you see how much damage that just did?
That was, yeah, like, oh my gosh. That was 110 damage, I think?
Yeah,
Or,
something like that.
or was that 90?
Meanwhile, like his breath is doing like 10% damage to me.
Yeah. So this does feel like, I guess, more fun.
Yeah.
You know? And like I can see what you're saying of it being more anime the other way around. Because like losing this big power up and being like, oh no. And then like the hero regains the power at the last minute kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Absolutely.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, it's very, very good. So yeah, I'll go slower once I beat Mega King Ghidorah, because that's when it changes, as the dialogue changes. Ah. There he goes. All right. Here comes the alternate ending / the ending that I always got when I was a kid.
Yeah. Oh no, my power, my eyebrows.
Not my eyebrows.
Oh, and he's got 2 rows of teeth. I just noticed that.
Yeah, it's the Heisei double row.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't notice it in the earlier shots.
Change him back.
And you got 2 credits. That's great. You don't have to worry about, putting in me more quarters for this last round.
No joke though. I've got like 6 continues. So like if I did die, I'm fine. It's not going to happen to me because I know how to play this game to like the nth degree. But
oh, he looks like the Home Alone kid.
Oh yeah,
Look, Godzilla.
He returned to his original form.
Uh,
The battle must have used up all the energy stored in Godzilla's body. Good work, but the destruction in the city is too great. The research center was destroyed, just like the other buildings.
oh well, all's well that ends well, you know.
Fortunately, we were able to rescue the professor, but it will be hard for us to give you any help. What? Something is approaching very fast. There's still an enemy left? An enemy more powerful than Mecha King Ghidorah?
I love they're just like aware, like it's definitely going to be stronger.
What's that? It's incredible energy body. This is our ultimate weapon, Bagan. Bagan? You're about to learn the hard way just how powerful Bagan is. So like, okay, so once again, I think narratively, I like this ending better because you transform back into Godzilla like after you defeat Mecha King Ghidorah, and then like this ultimate like super powerful enemy shows up and like wrecks everything, and you're just like, oh god, this thing's more powerful than normal Godzilla
Yeah.
by a large margin.
Yeah.
Like, there's no chance. One instant, the city was destroyed. We're gonna attack the Diet, where your battle headquarters is. That will be the end of you. If you think you can defeat Bagan, you're welcome to come and try anytime. The only way to defeat Bagan is to transform Godzilla into Super Godzilla. But with our research lab and supply bases destroyed, how are we going to get him the energy we'll need, as it says. We'll use the backup Super X at our base in Osaka to collect the energy from resupply bases all over Japan. Till then, you have to hold them off with Godzilla.
Yeah, I can see why this one feels more like, this feels like an actual Godzilla movie,
Yeah. It's like, oh, that power-up Godzilla just got? Yeah, you can't use it.
Yeah. Well, I like it. It makes the final fight feel super desperate,
Yeah, it just adds like it adds a desperation, I guess is the word I'm looking for.
Oh, there go those truck boys.
The important thing is that Professor Larry David is okay.
Bless him.
That is exactly who he looks like, too. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, let's go back. Alright, so I'm going the long way around because I'm Godzilla, which means I can't crash through buildings this time. So
Fair.
I'm heading my way around.
Well, hey, at least Super Godzilla cleared a path for you,
Yeah, right? I'm gonna crash through a couple buildings here. I'm gonna make myself back around and down.
Ow, 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 ow.
Okay, so one of the key things I want to point out before we get to this next sequence is that the Super X that we have seen that is controlling Godzilla up until this point has been the Super X2. I just want to point that out real quick.
Okay.
Because it's kind of cool. If I remember correctly, I might be remembering wrong, honestly, because the last few times I've played through this game, I've done exactly what I did with the Mecha King Ghidorah fight, where I like just go straight to it.
Yeah.
So, Rob, I know we're going to talk about this on Sunday, but what are your thoughts of the game, having watched it all the way to the end for the most part?
Man, I can see flashing back to the 90s. I mean, I think that this game is spectacular. I think that like in the ways that it like accomplishes what it's trying to do.
Yeah.
Obviously, like there are big technical limitations. It's just like the stock, like kind of like the scenes of Godzilla moving from one scene to another are kind of limited in that it's just Godzilla kind of stomping around. But like if you're imagining playing this on even like a DS, and you're like,
oh man,
kind of like mostly looking at that bottom screen for your navigation, and like the upper screen is mostly just playing for you to like be distracted in between loading screens,
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Um, I
Man,
love what
this
they did with.
if this
Oh,
had gotten like a DS, like a remake.
oh yeah,
Oh man.
that would have been pretty fun. Uh, I think that like the narrative is like simple and fun and like is kind of like a better version of like aliens than what we got from like the Futurians in
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mecha, because there's no convoluted plot. It's just very straightforward.
Yeah.
This is the most ideal way to do a Godzilla versus lots of monsters story in which it's just like, yep, there's something controlling all these monsters and putting them in inconvenient locations that you have to deal with,
Yeah. Well, you've come. You are brave anyway. Something changed in the energy body. Look. Okay, so once again, just compare this. Like, I'm just little tiny normal Godzilla.
Yeah.
Look at the scale difference.
Hoo boy. So the odds are definitely more stacked against you.
Which once again
Oh,
makes me
jeez.
feel like this is the canon way, right? Like it feels like, oh shit, Godzilla's doomed.
Well, I mean, it also is like when Bagan shows up, they destroy 50% or more of Tokyo anyway.
Yes.
Yeah. So it does seem like you're supposed to think that Mecha King Ghidorah is the final battle because no one's ever heard of Bagan.
Yeah.
So you're gonna like go and get this power up, and you're gonna go fight him, and it's like, oh my gosh, we powered down. Wait, there's more game,
Right.
So it's desperate. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, even like the special moves, like you can see him towering.
Oh yeah. Also this. Oh, you thought your normal fire breath was gonna hurt him? Yep.
Oh no. Oh shoot. Okay. There's his moves.
Yep.
Yeah, this definitely feels more climactic,
Yeah, it has like an epicness to it. Like it feels more
Yeah.
like cinematic. I think is the terminology
Well,
for sure.
because
Like,
you've turned Godzilla into the underdog.
Yeah. And because you saw how powerful he becomes as Super Godzilla in the last battle, it makes it more epic. This build up to,
I mean,
yes,
you're
look,
doing
here we go.
literally single-digit damage to him in this form.
Look at it. It's the original Super
that's
X.
really cool. Oh, it's the Super X. Did you
original.
bring the energy?
Good, we're on time. Good work hanging in there. Let's give all the energy to Godzilla immediately.
Yeah, I think
Boom.
this definitely feels, if not canon, at the very least, way more cinematic.
Yeah. And then you begin the battle as if it just started.
I do. I like narrative stuff.
Yeah.
And this feels more narratively complete.
Also, once again, very anime for sure. Like,
Yes. Like, oh no, Goku lost his Super Saiyan form while fighting Jiren, or his instinct form, and then managed to pull it out one last little bit to do a super big uppercut with Frieza. Yeah, it's the final like push saving the day. So yeah. And it's not like you save the city by going straight to Ghidorah anyway.
No. Yeah, it still gets destroyed.
Because it's, Baghand's arrival wipes out the city either way. So narratively, this does feel more like epic gamer moment,
Yeah, for sure. And Like I feel like like I said this feels like the lost Heisei movie at times, and I feel like if this was a movie, it definitely would be this ending for sure. Like if it
Oh
definitely made
yeah,
the moment, like you'd have Godzilla like down on his luck, getting his ass kicked by Bagan. Like
yeah,
it would just be just like absolutely traumatic. You're like no, where's the
yeah,
energy? Where's the Super X? And then it finally shows up, and you get that final epic moment where he turns back into Super Godzilla and kicks its ass. It's very
yeah,
much. Um, yeah, very much the same thing.
yeah.
God, I love this move so much. Like it's very much not Godzilla, but like, yeah, Julio's right as well. Uh, so the first time you play the game, you're probably gonna get this ending, where
Yeah,
you become Super Godzilla first, and then you go fight Bagan, and you're
yeah.
just like doing no damage to him. As you saw, I did my fire breath, and he completely like
He
blocked
blocked it, and then you did a tail whip, and you did 5 damage.
Yeah, so that moment of tension of like, wait,
Oh
what am I
no.
supposed to do?
Oh, I need to go back and play this without getting Super Godzilla.
And then he shows up with the Super X and saves your ass, but it's still like
Yeah.
Julio's right in the sense of like that first time you're playing this game, it's very tense. Like you're
Oh
just
no,
like,
no,
oh
no.
god.
Yeah.
Bagan is very much a very cool like final enemy.
I love this weird goat rhinoceros monster
Yeah,
with the
he's very
moon
Ultraman,
on his back. Yeah,
very
yes.
Ultraman, but in the
Red
best
King?
way.
Is that the guy? Yeah, Red King. No,
Yeah.
not
No,
Red
no,
King.
no, no, not Red King.
Gamora, or whatever.
Oh God, what is his name?
Not Gamora.
Not Gamora, but maybe is it Gamora? You know who I'm talking about, though, right? The
Yeah, the crescent head guy.
Crescent Head guy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Gomora. Gamora, but it's with a Gomora. Yes.
Yeah.
He's that, but if you attached a moon to his back. Yeah. I do really like this. Man. Yeah. I have to agree. I think this does feel like more cinematic. There's like a narrative, like rising tension, Because it's kind of like, oh no, this like super close thing. It's like, oh well, we lost 50% of Tokyo, but like we managed to stop the monster thanks to this like super big cool power. Oh no, I lost the power.
Yeah.
Uh,
do I get to kill him with the super punch? Oh no, shit, not this time.
oh.
I might actually get to kill him with the super punch. Once he attacks me. Like I think you know what it is? It's not only is this narratively satisfying, I think this is more of this feels more like a Godzilla movie ending. Like you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? Like because like
Nice.
once you become Super Godzilla in this ending, like it's easy. Like it's not
Yeah.
even a difficult fight. But the thing is like that almost fits narratively with a Godzilla story. Like Godzilla's gonna kick the other monster's ass in the end. Like so like it's not necessarily like how hard how hard it is, but it
Yeah.
feels more narratively satisfying is the only way I can think to say it. It just feels like natural that this is how it progresses. Like it progresses this direction. Godzilla becomes Super Godzilla because they're like, oh, we gotta power him up. He fights Mecha King Ghidorah, he kills him, and then he loses it. And now he's back to being normal Godzilla. Then he comes to this fight. They're like, we'll try and get the energy to you to transform back because it's the only way you have a chance. And you physically see that there is no chance to beat Bagan as normal Godzilla. And then they get the power up to you. Godzilla just wipes the floor with the enemy.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel unsatisfying because it's, because you are Godzilla. So you are supposed to be the strongest there is, to a certain extent. So it's not like I guess in other games it would seem like really cheap. Like, oh man, I got a power up. Now the final boss is easy. But in this, it feels like, well, no, duh, it's easy because you're fucking Godzilla. Like, it's supposed to be
Yeah.
easy. Like, it's not supposed to be a hard fight. It's supposed to be an easy thing. Um, I don't know. That's my opinion, I suppose.
Yeah.
But
No, I mean, I definitely get where you're coming from, though. I can see that, and
yeah,
I appreciate that, like, they kind of scripted in these two little, like, possible endings. And
mhm,
again, hint at the very, very beginning that, like, you can do two different paths, you know?
yeah. Even the baddies have to power up to defeat Godzilla, like Mechagodzilla 2, Biollante, Mecha King Ghidorah. It's true. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
in the Heisei specifically. There's always that like second form that gets them the head up on Godzilla.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that's a very good point. I wish the ending cutscene was a little different, depending on which ending you got, but it's the
Yeah.
exact same.
It kind of seems like it would be
it's
fun if, like, the background was all destroyed and smoldering in this one,
yeah,
or
it's the
if it was
Super
just like,
Nintendo. I mean, you know.
yeah, that's fair. There's things they could do that could have amplified this a little bit. I think adding some kind of like control over what your powers were.
yeah.
Um, like I think the whole pickup system is great. I think that should be used for like special attacks and for healing items. You know,
Yeah, like if you pick up
that
the
way it's like, oh no, I ran out of like special moves. I've got to retreat and go get like more power ups and then go back. You know?
yeah, I think so. Like the red power up, which is the fighting spirit one, which you saw me use a
Yes.
couple of times. But
Yeah.
like if yeah, if, like that's the only way to get your hyper fire. You know, like
Yes.
there's no other way to achieve the hyper fire without getting the red power up.
Yeah.
So you had to go track it down in each level and then use it. Like yeah,
And
for
then it's like,
sure.
okay, save that until it's like, cool, then I can use it as the final move to, finish off the monsters. And that gives you a little bit of control
Yeah.
and adds a bit of, in a vague way, narrative control into the player's hands that
Hmm.
isn't really here right now.
True.
That being said, for a simplified game with, I mean, I have to assume like not a huge budget behind it.
yeah.
Um, it's very fun. It's very cool to see all these monster designs. It was really fun to see them throw in Showa Mechagodzilla as kind of like a last minute replacement
Yeah.
without having to make major changes.
Yeah.
The story is straightforward and simple enough that, but in like a fun action adventure way. So it feels very Showa, very like some of the best Heisei movies, as
Yeah.
opposed to more the convoluted ones.
For sure.
Um,
Yeah.
uh, and a lot of that is, the human narrative is basically just like we found Godzilla and then we told him to go somewhere by drilling a robot into his brain. And now you need to
yeah.
go save one of our scientists, men.
No, for sure.
Uh,
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's something that's always stuck with me with this game is like it's very simple. It doesn't take a lot of time to beat. Like once again, like even doing the alternate ending, we're sitting at 2 hours and 20 or no wait, we're at 3 hours, sorry.
3 hours,
3 hours.
yeah.
But that's with me like taking the time to redo the last two stages and
And
like
breaks.
and some breaks, yeah, in between. It's a very quick game, very very quick and
Yeah.
very simple. But I think that's part of its charm.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of, there's a lot of Super Nintendo games like people don't remember. Like, yeah, there are games that were long, like Super Metroid and other games like that that were took a while to beat. But there were just as many Super Nintendo games that were just like play it for 3 hours and you've beaten it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a simple story. You've done it. You've done everything you need to do. Um, and I think this game actually definitely falls into that category of like it is very very quick. It's very fun. It's very straight and to the point.
Yeah.
But that's not a negative. It's actually kind of works as a positive, especially with these like alternate endings and like
Yeah.
I wonder how fast I can beat this stage, versus my previous ranking.
Yeah.
There's like all those different things that you can definitely do with this game. And I do agree with you though. Like I would have loved to seen a remake of this game, like, you know, not like
Oh,
not
yeah.
like not like a full remake, but just like a let's touch up some of the things and make it slightly longer, you know.
Yeah.
Um, I think.
Same enemies, same mechanics, but
Mhm.
or well, not all the same mechanics. Hopefully, some changes to the mechanics. But like, yeah, I mean, I think that this is like something that is worth getting like a revival or like, like a fan mod.
I would love to. Honestly, this, as simple as the story is, I would love to see a a like a just a straight up remake of this game or a movie of this story. You know, maybe, obviously you'd have to add more characters and stuff. I'm gonna see if I can
Yeah.
get the alternate Ghidorah beginning if I can. There you go. I got it on first try.
Hey.
So, but yeah, no, I would love to see like an alternate, take on this game. Just kind of, you know, just taking the base concept and just running away with it, I guess is the best
Yeah.
way to put it. Um, so once again, we fought at the tower the first time we played, and it's a random chance that Ghidorah will either spawn in the upper area, 2B, or 1B.
Yeah.
And this time I got him to spawn in 1B. So
Yay.
we're gonna go over here real quick. Um, and I guess to continue the thoughts, I mean, once again, I mean, we'll go more in depth. Um, it's a wonderful Heisei adaptation of the classic Destroy All Monsters story. Exactly.
Yeah.
No, 100%. Like, it's very much like that same, like, let's have Godzilla fight 6 monsters, or whatever. Like, it feels very Final Wars almost.
Yeah.
But in a better, I mean, I'm not trying to diss Final Wars. I'm just saying, like, in a, like, more concise, like,
Yeah.
one monster after another thing, instead of just like Final Wars where he's just like killing every monster in one hit and just moving on. At least here he fights every single monster. I mean, how many years, Rob, did it take us to get the Hedera battle?
Uh, that's true. Let's see
Oh wait,
here.
no, this is the tower again. Oh shit.
20 some odd years.
Wait, did we get the Osaka Castle at the beginning, or did we get the tower? I can't
Wait.
remember.
Uh,
Do you remember?
no. I'll have to see if it looks different when we get up there.
All right, give me a second. I'll be right there. I'm chasing him down.
Get in here, you son of a. He's getting scared. He's running. Get back here.
Come back here, you bastard. Okay, is this where we got him last time?
Let's see. Hold on. I'm a second behind you. No, this is new.
Okay.
Wait. Is it?
Yeah, it is. Right? Because
Yes.
he destroys the castle when he fires his beam down in the other part.
Yes. Sorry. I watched. Sorry. The screen looks familiar because I watched some of, or because I've been googling images.
Yeah. Trying to figure out the picture. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. So I just wanted to see if that would load the other way. But yeah. Once again, I'm very excited to talk about it on the podcast on Sunday. I think it's going to be a fun episode. I don't think it's going to be a particularly long episode.
Yeah.
But
I mean, the story is pretty short. The monster designs, the only thing that's really different
Bagan.
is
Yeah.
Showa, like Godzilla has like a slightly different design than like his canon one. Super Godzilla, and then Bagan. Really.
Yeah, Bagan's gonna be fun to talk about officially, because we've
Very
hinted
fun.
about it multiple times, just being like, oh yeah, Bagan was supposed to show up in this movie, but we've never actually talked about what his design was supposed to be.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun to finally break that down. But anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed my playthrough of Super Godzilla. I'm happy I was able to do what I was wanting to do, where I, kind of went through and did some of the alternate endings and the alternate, discussions. That's going to be very helpful for Rob, who has never played this game, when we talk about it on the podcast on Sunday. Yeah, still one of my favorite Godzilla games, even though it's very basic and very, It doesn't have a lot of like depth to it, but it's still one of my favorite Godzilla games. I would love to see some sort of remaster of it still to this day. Um, maybe as like an extra on, I don't know, remaster of Destroy All Monsters Melee or something. But
Yeah.
but it's still really really fun. Still some great stuff like staying canon with the Heisei and doing some fun stuff with the creatures from the Heisei. Like honestly, this battle where King Ghidorah loses his head, and then like later on he becomes Mecha King Ghidorah.
Yeah.
The thing that a lot of people don't realize, and Julio is still in the chat, so he and I, we grew up together on this stuff, but the whole Mecha King Ghidorah thing we had not seen in the States until this game came out, because
Really?
the Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah Heisei film did not release till after G98, so a few years later. Yeah, so this is technically in the States the first appearance of Mecha King Ghidorah, unless you've been reading magazines and books and stuff, of course. Then you've got to look at it, but it's kind of wild when you think of it that way. But
yeah.
But anyway, okay, so what's coming up next? So like I said, so this is our Super Godzilla playthrough for our Super Godzilla episode, which is coming up right after we played this. And then we have PJKK, Peter Jackson's King Kong, the video game, as its full title is going to be our end of the month episode before Thanksgiving. So we will be scheduling that out, so look forward to our Twitter and our Facebook. We'll definitely tell you guys when we are doing that. Hell, we might actually have some of that planned out before we record on Sunday. But before we even get to PJKK, the video game, we also have a special report coming out this month, which is Clifford, the big red dog. So we will all be watching that and then reviewing that as well as a special report.
And that's a special report you can take. Well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe take yours too. Might be a bit too young.
He's still a little too young for that, unfortunately. He still screams out everything that he sees on TV or the screen. So
that's fair.
But anyway, but yeah.
Frankly.
So technically, after this, Clifford will be up next, and then once again, PJKK the video game will be after that. But as I said earlier in the stream, I am buying the Jurassic World Evolution video game on Tuesday. So it is very likely that I'll just go ahead and stream just me messing around in the game, probably without any audio because I'll be watching my son. But it'll just be the game audio streaming off of PS5 to our Tokyo Lives Gaming Twitch channel, which you are currently watching. So look forward to that. And other than that, we will see you guys next time. Rob, any final notes?
Nope. I'll see y'all in the next episode.
All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.